All righty. Okay, I do believe we are live. Welcome, everyone. Um, Sorry I'm starting late. I've had a long day. I've been doing siding today, and just a little show note. Today I went to the Lowe's store, and while I was there, I was picking up some parts, and I decided to get some dog food, and he ended up I couldn't believe how much it cost. It was for 15 pounds with $38.98. So I just decided to go ahead and eat my little buddy here. And so this show will be Muddin the Skeleton and BEAGS. BEAGS, I ate Muddin for dinner. Some bitch cost $38.98 for 15 pounds of dog food. He was delicious, absolutely delicious. So this is the remnants of Muddin, and I hope we have a good show tonight. And we're gonna get in here and we'll do some live stream and see what we can get into. Okay, we're back, and look, Bud's back from the dead. He was a ghost, and now he's live. We is live. This is Muddin and BEAGS. We are going mudding tonight, y'all. I hope y'all are doing well. Bud's back from the dead. He paid his $38.98. That's before tax bill for his doggy food. Son bitch with his doggone high dollar golden plated dog food. We ain't putting up with that. Who the hell pays 15 damn $38.98 for damn 15 pounds of dog food? That's horse shit, I tell you. Horse shit. Bullshit. I ain't putting up with it. Anyways, okay, we're gonna go mudding, y'all. Sorry I'm late. I've been doing hardy plank siding today and ran late. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it and see what we can get. Let me get rid of this, y'all. And I'll share the screen. And we're going to go mudding. And make sure my screensies is right. Okay, and we're good to go. Okay, we got a Quebec cliche, Quebec. Quebec. I have no idea what that means. Is that a place? Quebec cliche. I don't speak French. Me no speaking no French. Anyways, this is Fred. In case you don't know who this is, Fred. Fred is the horse that built America. Now, I've got you all on donkey watch as well. So anytime you see a donkey, we need a shout out because we want to find the donkey that built America. Even though we all know who built America. It's this son bitch right here. We love him, and he is the culprit, as we know. And I don't know who this guy is, but he is definitely a friend of Fred's. And we got across the river, Oswego, New York. If I said that right. Okay, and we got Fred's down here in the corner. Fred's always there. Fred's doing something always. This time he's must already unloaded. He already brought in all the bricks. So we don't have a brick Fred. Seems how I've only found one brick Fred picture. That's very odd right there. I'm not sure what that is. Almost looks like a piece of tape was put on there or something. I don't that's something that's happened to the glass plate negative. And remember, these are all glass plate negatives that were done with colloidal silver process. And so what it is a piece of glass, and they pour the colloidal silver on there, and then I believe there might be other chemicals, but they do this process where they pour this liquid onto a glass plate, and then they it dries a little bit, and then they go and they take a picture, and it burns it into the chemicals on the plate. Excuse me. And it takes absolutely amazing photographs. I mean, just high resolution. Are we not got pictures? Oh, sorry. Hold on, y'all. Okay. It's showing on my screen. That's weird. Okay, gotta love StreamYard. Sorry, folks. Okay, where are we? Hold on, let me back up. Okay, can you hear me? Let's see if you can hear me. You should be able to hear me. Make sure we're set right here. There we go. And you should be able to hear me, correct? Sorry, folks. I'm assuming you can hear me. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know. I have no way of testing it. Damn, StreamYard doesn't have a way of testing. Okay, I'm going to go. Y'all just all okay now? Okay, thanks, Hippie. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, folks. StreamYard and their wonderful new toys where they've taken all the toys away and made everything that was free, not free. And so now the free StreamYard sucks ass. So thanks, StreamYard. You're awesome. And this is Fred again, in case you didn't see him. He's out here hanging out at Quebec, and he's got this dude, and he's walking around him. Ain't too much in this picture to look at. A little sailboat down there, but not too interesting. And then we got across the river from Oswego, New York. I never heard of Oswego. And there's, of course, Fred again, as I said before, and he's got an empty load. He's already delivered all the bricks that built this big old place right here, because Fred is the horse to build America, and he delivered everything. And I was showing you this right here. We're about to get where we were. And this looks some sort of anomaly. It's probably just a scratch on the glass plate negative. And got some folks down here. Got a little boater hat man right here, bowler hats. These were a really popular boat right here. This style with this canopy over it. And the steam. I love how they had the steam and the sails in case the steam failed, because I don't know which came first, the sail or the steam. And got a big old roof back here with an antenna sticking up the top. Got a chimney for the steam plant, probably. Another chimney here. This looks more industrial. That's an interesting looking building, though. Got some flag poles up here, aka Antiquitech etheric antennas. Got some architectural urns. These were very popular. Got a ether antenna right here going up, collecting that free energy out of the sky. Got a ether finial back here. Another chimney. And the reason I'm pointing out this chimney is for several reasons. The technology to build these chimneys, they were so big. I mean, they were just very, very large. They're much larger than you realize. And they also lead to some sort of technology. They weren't just a chimney. They weren't boring. They were, if you went down and found out what was under that chimney, you'd find out something interesting. Got some arch roofs, arched windows here and here. And, arch windows signify your old world. And that's what we focus on here. And, it's nice that we can now finally call it old world and feel comfortable in how we're saying it, and that people are understanding what we're saying. Used to we had to say Tartaria to get people on, to understand where we were at or where we were coming from. And we've moved past that. Luckily, I think that's a great thing. I mean, of course, the ninnies had to show their, rear ends, for that to happen, which, maybe that was a good thing. They did have a point. But it's like, sometimes it's like, your points are like, why can't you just make your point? Why do you have to be such a ninny ass? What's the point? Okay. You don't have to be a jackass to get your point across, So anyways, shout out Ninny Squad. And we got arch windows here. Big old steeple here. Looks like something up on top of that little sucker right there. Got some arch windows there. Some marks over here on the glass plate. I don't think that's anything nefarious. I think it's just scratches in the glass plate. But it's good to check. You never know. See some weird stuff around here. Annex number 1, Smith College, Northampton, Massachusetts. And that's a big old sucker. And of course, we got the mud floody looking front yard here. Hello, Jason Marshall. Welcome, Kathy Broughton. How you doing, hippie? And welcome, no more quarter. No more quarter. That's funny. Like that. No quarter for you. That's interesting right there. Maybe a drainage. Probably what that is. Got some interesting wrought iron fencing right here. And of course, they took the wrought iron fencing, most of it out during the First and Second World War, saying it was for, the war effort. I think they were trying to get rid of this. I think this was technology. It's way, way, way too nice. It's way, way, way too complicated. Got fleur-de-lis on there. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe see it a little bit better there. Nice little fleur-de-lis, which I believe represent the flat earth. That's my opinion. Opinions are like tail holes. Y'all got them. I got one. My beagle's got one. Well, I mean, he had one. Now he's a skeletal beagle. But that's what happens when you spend $38.98 on dog food. The lady charged me. I was buying it. I had a cart full of stuff, and like I wasn't paying mind, but then I was thinking, like in my mind, how you have kind of roughly what your price will be, when you get checkout, you kind of got it in your mind a little bit. It was like roughly $50 away from where I thought it should have been. So I just thought something ain't right. So I checked my receipt, how you do, arch window. And then I looked at $38.98 dog food. The hell? And of course, I got some kind of fancy blue something. I don't know. Damn, I just grabbed the first bag that looked like it was good dog food. And damn, I didn't spend no time on it. Daggone. Who at 38 for a 50? I ain't never in my life. I mean, for a 50 pounds worth of dog food, maybe that okay, $38.98. Yeah, okay, but 15 pounds of dog. Hell, I could hold it with one hand without even, like I wasn't. It was a bag of air. I mean, that's crazy. Anyways, woo, it's been a long day, y'all. I got dog tooth in here. I'm just rambling. You know how we roll here. You got a weird arch there, but that's an arch nonetheless. An arch is an arch, an arch, an arch. Look at that brickwork right there. That's really nice. That's fancy. I like it. I like it a lot. And we got some finials here. Very nice brickwork there. They did it differently over here. Little finial there. And over here. Got ivy going up the building. Looks like we got a Mudflood window down here. Got little torus fields over here on the columns. Semi mud flooders. I mean, you know, it's got the mud flood long, you know. Got a little mud flood winter down here. Maybe one right there, hard to tell, but I bet there's more behind them bushes. We'll have to send old Streets Tartaria up here, go knocking on the door, see if he can get some close-up video. Get on that for Streets. That pretty much, I'd say that's a squatting man symbol right there. That's what it looks like. Very reminiscent of a squatting man symbol, which also I think is a flat earth symbol. Etheric fennials over here. Sucking up that juice. Got a dome up here with a etheric antenna. Or ether fennial, and then it's got a little one of those lightning rods coming off the top. Which I kind of think the lightning rods might have been added later. But I'm not sure. And we got a great phone pole here. We can do a perfectly straight phone pole. Now this one's even better. That's a great phone pole. Look at the quality of that phone pole. I mean, geez. And we got a little cymatic window there inside a Vesica Pisces there. Arched windows. Nice, pretty long. We got Baltimore from Federal Hill. And what we'll find, I don't know. Ferry boats to all points. United Fruit Company. Interesting. Sure you've heard of them. These little doodads right here, they're like supports for holding up the brick walls. Etheric antenna there, maybe has mercury in it. Got the cock-a-doodle-doo rooster. In case you need him. I saw a 6-foot rooster today. It was like a one of them metal things. I don't know. We got big arched doorways here. Big enough for tall fellas. What tall fellas might that be? I wonder. Big old arch windows right here. More arches up here and over here. Looks like we had a fire here, maybe. Big arch doorways and windows. Big old smokestack. Madeline Cooney, Philadelphia ship. I was thinking today, you know, it's like you hear a lot of people when we're talking about this old world research, and they say, "Well, if it was true, then my grandpappy, grandpappy, and grandmammy pappy, that they would have told me so. They would have told us this. They would have known. They would have wrote it down in their diary or in their book or in the family Bible." And then, you know, I think, you know, think about somebody that's really close to you. Just, I want you to picture one person in your head that's close to you, okay? Got them in your head? Okay, now, arch window, we skies. So now, you know, imagine that they go to work, okay? And they do or don't do something at work, okay? No matter what it is. Let's say your husband or your wife goes to work as a builder. They build houses, right? And they go and they build this humongous mansion, right? You know, they went to work, right? But you don't know what they went to go build. All you know is they went to go to work, and they build a mansion. Then they come home, and then they don't talk they don't tell you about their day. They don't tell you there's a tourist field. They don't tell you electric antennas. They don't tell you that they built a mansion, okay, with a jacuzzi and a sauna and 50,000 rooms. Okay, they don't tell you this because, well, they get home, they don't want to talk about it. They want to drink their beer and they want their feet rubbed, maybe a little nookie. They want to drink some, some white liquor. They want to smoke a little weed. They want to do something besides talk about their damn day. Okay, right? So then 50 years goes by, right? He don't even remember he's built that mansion. He never told you he built that mansion. And then somebody's like, oh, yeah, they built that mansion. But you don't know anything about it. Or then he goes, yeah, I built that mansion. But how do you know he built that mansion? Do you have any proof that he built that mansion? Did you see him build that mansion? I mean, it's like, what I'm saying is like that we don't know who built this shit. The history books tell us we built it. But okay, here's another example. You got when the official story of America is that there were people running around in loincloths over here, okay, and they're running around going woo 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 woo, right, with bullshit, but that's what they tell us, right? They're running around going woo 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 woo, okay, and shooting at buffalo, okay, that's what they did. They grew corn, they shoot at buffalo, they made teepees. That's what they did. That was their thing. Okay, that's what they tell us, right? Right. So then we come over here on our little Mayflower or whatever the hell we came over here, and we plop our, pilgrim asses down, and we build a little fort, and we hang out, and we start trying to build up, and we build a little house here, a little house there, a little shack here, a little shack there. We build a little something here, a little something there, and then, I don't know, let's give it a number. Let's say that's in the early 1700s. Okay, I don't know the exact. My mind's it's been a long day. Let's say 200 years goes by, and all of a sudden we get to 1900, and we got this. This image was taken in 1900, 200 years later, right? But where's the progression? Okay, where's the documentation of the progression? We don't have any documentation of the progression. We have stories. Oh, yeah, we built the city up. Oh, yeah, we started off with this many people, and then we had this many people, and then we had this many people. But there's no progression. Where did the bricks come from? Where did they fire all these bricks? Look into how hard it is to fire a damn brick, and you're going to realize real quick, if you do the research, that it's real damn hard to fire a brick. It's very hard. It's very easy to form a brick. It's very easy to get the materials. It's very easy to, well, it's not even easy, but relatively. It's easy to dig up the materials, to mix materials, to make a brick, to sun dry it. That's all easy. But to fire a brick back then, we talking some hard work. We talking some seriously hard work. Okay. And then they just happen to say, oh, this just popped up. 1900s, we got all this going in, let's see, Baltimore, Maryland. All this is just already there. Okay, by 1900. This image was taken between 1895 and 1910. Okay, so it's somewhere in there. It might even have a date on it. Sometimes they do. I don't think it does. The point is that there's the little shack on the back for Caleb. There you go, Caleb, shack on the back. And okay, we got this is Bartlett Hall, Dartmouth College. Okay. So what I'm saying is that yes, official story is that we came in and we, kicked the Indians' ass and took their teepees and stole their land and shoved a corn up their ass. And then we started building. Well, we didn't build brick buildings. That's the thing. We started building, A-frame buildings and shacks and little crappy buildings, right? We didn't just all of a sudden start building brick buildings. Okay. And if we did, it was very rare. Okay. And then at some point, probably around 1850, I bet you, if you really get in there and really dig in there, we start building these brick buildings. But by 1900, everything's there. It's all there. Like nothing ever happened. All clean and beautiful and mud flood winters. Everything's beautiful. This is the YMCA. I'm gonna go take me a dip at the YMCA. They say this was built in 1890. 1890. No power tools. All you got is a horse and a cart. You got trains, horse cart. You got, wooden pulleys and hoist and just no technology. I mean, you got no tech. I mean, just what do you got? You might have a few big ass steam engines. You got to make all these bricks. Do you have any idea how hard it is to make these bricks? I don't think y'all do. I don't think y'all have the first clue, because most of you don't want to do the research. What I'm telling you is get off your ass, do some research on bricks. And it's hard to do. And look at that right there. That's just really cool. So unnecessary, but very cool. Look at that. Little checkerboard symbol in there. For what? And YMCAs, I mean, they're famous for being, old world buildings. Look at that construction. 1890. Okay. Now, have you ever met anybody that said, my great grandpappy, whatever, built Bartlett Hall at Dartmouth College? Any one of you? Anybody out there? Got a Mudflood enter there too. I didn't miss that. I mean, anybody? Has anybody ever heard somebody say that? I mean, everybody won't say they're related to George Washington, which they ain't. But everybody wants to say it. It don't make it so. I could say I'm hung like a horse. That don't make it so. You can say any damn thing you want to. It don't make a difference. Who knows? Look, you got these people, okay, and then early on, you got the people coming over on these little boats like the Mayflower, right? They come over here, and they're about half dead by the time they get here, and they plop down. They start, making their little homes and all this shit, right? But then at some point, they start checking people in, at Ellis Island and things like that. And you checked in, right? So you get to the country. Now, the elite didn't check in, by the way. Look into that. The elite didn't check in. No, they didn't go through the same process. No, they didn't have to get lice checked, see if they got lice up their tail hole. No, they went right on through. They had special privileges. Okay, but most folks didn't get no special privileges, right? Most folks. So they had to come in, and then they get here, right? They come off the ship like the Titanic. They get here, or the Olympic that was the Titanic. You get here and you come off the ship, right? And you go through this thing in the Ellis Island, and then you come out into, let's say, New York City, for example, and it's already built out, right? Well, are you going to ask the question of who built these buildings? No, you're going to do your best to find room and board and something to eat. You ain't going to give a damn about who built the buildings. All you care about is there's one available for you. And guess what? There's so many buildings, there's one available for you, guaranteed. This is a bridge over the Passaic in Millington, New Jersey, in case you need a train. I don't know if Frankie's in here. I haven't seen Frankie, but Frankie, if you're here, there's a train for you. You like trains, there's a train. Choo-choo. So I'm saying that these people, okay, and then they get here, most people, okay, they get here, they come off the damn ship, they go through Ellis Island, they get, probed, and then they go and they find a shitty little apartment, and they get a shitty little job, and they start working, right? And somebody says, okay, we need to build a building over here, or this over there. We need to do this. We need to do that. They get a job, right? And then down the road, okay, no, they get there. The buildings are already there. Who built them? They don't know. They don't care. Are you following my point? Am I talking crazy here? It's been a long day. I'm trying to make sense. This is just shit I think about during the day while I'm hammering and nailing. Busy day in the canal. Charlevoix, Michigan. I butchered that, and I don't give a damn. We got the FP Geckin. All right. So the little Geico lizard's going to be on here somewhere, I guess.
Got Pop Out of Sailor Man here. Got Bossa Man right there. So I'm saying is when you hear these stories about, my great grandpappy did this. No, he didn't. You don't know. You ain't got no damn clue what he did. You ain't got. I mean, I could tell you. I could tell you some stories. There's a story about my family that they say that they in Eastern Tennessee that they ran a general store, and that I think it was once a year they would ride the train up river, I forget to where, and they would buy the supplies for the general store, and then they would build a humongous raft out of logs, and they would float the materials, the goods down the Mississippi River down to Tennessee, and then get it to wherever the general store was. I forget. This is a long time ago. But my point is that, like, how do I know that's true? Do I really know that's true, or is that just some random ass story that's been passed around? It's like the game where you talk into somebody's ear, and by the time it gets back around to you, you say the dog will bark at the moon, and by the time it gets back to you, roses are red, violets are blue. I mean, these stories, how do we know they're true? Even if they wrote them down, I mean, what's that got to do with anything? What I'm saying is we don't know. We have been told, and this person is just doing what here? What the hell? There's two people there. There's a little kid there and a little kid there. There must be a drop here or something. That's just weird looking. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh, we got the Newell Avery. I can't even read it. It looks like a little tugboat, maybe. Looks like might be some arches down there, some arches right here. I don't know what they're hauling here. For some reason I'm thinking tobacco, but that ain't tobacco. I don't know what that is. Look at those rings going up the sail. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I've ever seen that. That's a weird looking doodad there. So we got Butterfield Museum, Dartmouth College. So anyways, I don't know if that makes any sense. What do y'all think? I mean, where did these, look at this fence. I mean, like, seriously, we can build this beautiful building, but then we build this fence. Really? I mean, okay, if 2 plus 2 equals 4, right? This right here is 2 plus 2 equals 5. That's what this is right here. Because if you can build this with that, you would not build that. I'm sorry. That's just not, that's subpar. I could build that and I suck. I mean, seriously, what, seriously, come on, folk. Got Mudflood-ish windows. See, when I see stuff like this, technically it's not a Mudflood window, but I think what we're looking at is they've changed the facade, because you see this right here where they've done the facade piece there. I think what they did was they changed this and then they made it squared off here, and it's not what it was. I think it probably looked like this, but that's that's an opinion. I mean, it's interesting how this portion looks similar to that portion, but I don't know. I'm just speculating. It's okay to speculate. Got these big old doors right here. I'm just tired of people saying, we know we did this. We know we did that. No, you don't. You don't know shit. You weren't there. You don't know Phoenician wave. You don't know nothing. You weren't there. Neither was I. I'm not saying that I know. I'm just saying I question the official narrative. That's what I'm saying. That looks like a Phoenician scale right there. Torus field. Got your flat Earth asterisk in case you need one of that. The horizontal represents the flat Earth. The vertical represents the north and south poles, and the X represents the torus field around the flat Earth. Got Phoenician shells. Look at the quality of that right there on the corner. It looks like this coming from this direction, but then look at the side view. I mean, come on. That's quality. Yet they can do that, yet they're going to build this. Seriously, come on. Got an unscrubbed cartouche here. Phoenician shell. 1895, maybe. I'm not sure. Can't tell what's on the cartouche, but definitely an unscrubbed cartouche. Eternal Flame. Phoenician shell up here. Symbology. It's all about symbology. Everything was symbol. This meant something. When back then, when they looked up, they saw these symbols, okay, they knew this building was a something. Now we called it this one a museum. But to them, it might have been a library, or it might have been a hospital, or it might have been a place where you go and get a proctor exam. I don't know what it was. I don't know what the hell these buildings were. I got no clue. This is another view of it. Same place. In case you need another view. You got that weird facade going down here. And see this piece right here. As the rain comes down, it hits this and goes off to the side. You can probably see it. Yeah. See how it goes out kind of like at a 45, even though it's round. I get it. And they goes out to a 45-ish angle, and then the rain will run off, and then the rain will run down here. As opposed to if you didn't have this here, the rain would run down the brick and then down into the ground. And what you want to do is the rain to come down here, hit this grass, and then roll off the grass. You don't want it to hit this brick because, see, brick, it's very porous. Well, the mortar is very porous, so you don't want it to go through the brick. That's why they would put the stone on the outside. You got that old glass. See, this one was taken in 1900. In 19 freaking hundred, man. They had this quality in 1900. Come on. Really? I believe that when my shit turns purple, it smells like rainbow sherbet. Come on. It doesn't work. This is our technology. We built that right there. We built that. You see that? We could build that. No problem. You see this handrail? We built that handrail. No freaking, that's the handrail we can build. We did that. We did that. We can build stuff. I'm not saying we can't build stuff. We definitely built that handrail. 100%. No doubt. Well, that's a construction handrail. I don't give a damn what it is. I don't give a damn what it is. That's what we can build. And then we can't pave a road for shit. We got mud roads, but we can build buildings like this. Not a problem. Not a freaking problem. Cathedral of St. Peter and Paul in Philadelphia, PA. And this is just a shitty little building in Philadelphia. Just a crappy little piece of shit, domed ass building with a fake ass cross on the top. Shit we added just to freaking take a narrative somewhere. This is just an ugly ass building. I mean, look at the quality. It's shit. Absolute shit. Look at that. Yeah, 6 off. Fred's day off. Fred ain't got time for this shit. Fred ain't gonna. Look at that. Look at that light post. Look at that. My. What do we got going there? I don't even know. What the hell is that? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? I don't know what that's got some wings. I don't know what is that. Somebody tell me. Anyone? Well, that doesn't really help, does it? That's an interesting symbol right there. That's definitely. Look at these light posts. I mean, seriously, this is a gas lamp. Look at that thing. I bet that's a modified etheric light. That's too nice to be a gas lamp. I think that's modified. I think they just took it apart and repiped it. That's an opinion. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be right. I could be black. I could be white. We got a Mudflood winner here and here. Got a Mudflood winners there. And look at this wrought iron work. I mean, come on. In 1900, we're going to do this. Why? 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 Anyone? Yeah, goddamn. Yeah, Saxor. I mean, what in the world? I mean, why? Why do we look at the quality right there? I know it's hard to see, but I know you got eyes to see. You can see that quality. Why do you need that in 1900? Why at a church? Nonetheless, ain't that supposed to be God's house? Quote unquote. God needs this shit. God don't need this. God don't need it. You know what God needs? Let me show you what God needs. See that right there? See that? See that? That's what God needs right there. You see it? Get a good look. It's called fucking nature. You get it? Write that down. That's all God needs. That's all God wants. And we got big old doors here. Excuse my French. And look at these pieces right here. I mean, just incredible. I mean, look, you could literally like spear somebody that thing. I mean, that's incredible. Like the quality there. Do you have any idea? I mean, seriously, I don't think you people know how hard this stuff is to make. Okay, I've watched documentaries on them on how they make simple wrought iron stuff, and I'm talking about like stove burners, things like this. And it's like it's complicated. And then you get into wrought iron that's it's quality, it's repetitive, it's integral, it's I mean, seriously, come on, who's believing this shit anymore? I don't even know what that is right there. What is that right there? I don't even know. It looks like one of those weigh stations where you weigh your fat ass and get your weight, but I don't know. Looks like a Phoenician fish there on the bottom. I don't know what that is, but it does look like a weigh station. I don't know. I mean, seriously, look at this wrought iron. This is around a church. Y'all's church dollars pay for that. Seriously, that's what they tell you. Are you going to believe that? How long are you going to believe that? Seriously, at what point can we get over that? I know I'm preaching in a choir, but it's fun. And we got a niche back here with a Phoenician shell. Got a Tartarian line. Yeah, I said it. Tartaria. What? Just saying. And look at this. I mean, what's going on here? I'm not even sure what that is. It's I don't know what the hell that is. What is it? What is so unnecessary? And look at this right here. Does that look right? Or does that look like they took something off? Looks like to me they removed something. Of course, the narrative will be, let me write the narrative. Hold on, let me get out my little narrative writer. Well, we built this building in 1895, but we didn't have any more money to put the statuettes into the pediment. So what we did was we left it blank. And then we had an architectural contest where we had an architectural contest to see who's going to design the best pediment installation sculpture to put in our pediment. And then in 1910, we added the pediment after these pictures were put in. And then in 1911, the whole damn thing burned down in a great fire. I bet you if you go look up the damn story of this building, I was like 98% right. Possibly. I don't know. I could be just talking out my ass. And we got Central Park, New York, the obelisk. Oh, we know. Old Cleopatra. Oh, yes. So the story goes they shipped this over from old Egypt. Over there across the seas, you know, Egypt. Yeah, I'm going to get them go obelisk because we need that over here in old America. Go on, put it up there, yeah, old big old obelisk, and then it's gonna be messed up on the bottom, so we're gonna put these little things down there on the bottom, keep it steady. Yes, oh yes, definitely need that in America. Need us a big ass obelisk in America. Oh yes, got our capstone. I saw some really interesting research on, but that was correlating between the Mayans and the Egyptians today or yesterday. I hadn't gone back and looked at that I need to because it was so interesting. It was like the guy. It was like one of the things that was like you might have a point there. It was really interesting. I found that history interesting. I don't know what we got over here to the left, but we got a ether finial right here, bringing in the etheric antenna and ether energy, and we got ether fencing there. Little skylights, Phoenician shells. Hard to tell what that is. Little pigeon up there taking a poop all over it. Got a flat earth asterisk in case you need that. It's everywhere, y'all. I'm telling you. One of these days, y'all are going to start going, Biggs, yes, you're right about flat earth asterisks. Yes, we know. Yes, I see them everywhere now. Yes. I wish you had never showed me that because now I see them everywhere. Everywhere I go, everything I watch, I see a flat earth asterisk in everything. They still use it today. My God, that crazy son bitch was right. Wow. And look at those etheric lights right there. I mean, per tay. Got ladies in uniform, many ladies in uniform. Got Bossa Man right there. Got Bowler Hat Forrest Gump. What we got here? We can get just amazing. Just amazing. Look at that. What in the world? Seriously? 1900, y'all. Etheric fencing, ether and finials here. And here's that thing where one is taller than the other. I'm wondering if that's some sort of electrical property, the way that's done. I don't think that's just decorative. I don't know. I'm not an electrician. And I know some electricians, but you can't ask them these questions. They look at you like you got three horns coming out your head. Arch windows. And I don't want to be looked at like I got three horns coming out my head. Actually, I don't care, but got people up on the roof for some reason. They really love doing that. And we got Champlain Street in Quebec. And it looks like you got one of these. I would roughly guess a 3x8 board. And what they did was they made roads out of wood. That's what that looks like to me. Could be wrong. I'm just taking a wild guess, but I know that they did some of that up there, and that's what that looks like to me. Got Captain Hook's hook there, in case you need to hook old Peter Pan. Got you a beautiful phone pole there. Got a 50 stairs, that you can. Is that guy? Is he riding his bike up the stairs, or am my eyes deceiving me? What's going on there? Does that look like a guy riding his bike up the stairs backwards? Like, am I seeing? Okay, I don't know. There's, Fred right there, and there's another Fred. And that's a weird carriage there. Never seen one like that. Got little ladies over here. Looks like they're playing with dolls. I got a little midget here or something. I don't know what that is. Little Oompa Loompa person. Got a little Mudflood winner there in case you need one of those. Couple Mudflood winners here. This is definitely a poor section. No doubt. Those bricks about to just kill her and die. They're so old. You know, if you look up how old what are the oldest bricks? How long do bricks last? And you know, when I was researching it, the best I could find was that the best they can tell you is a brick can last at least 500 years, but maybe longer. We don't know. Like, like you. Okay, well that told me, you know, nothing. All right. And we got Charles River and Back Bay in Boston, Mass. Massachusetts. I'll go in here and see what we got here. Boston is real floody. Look at that big boy. It's fencing and finials up there, wind catcher, probably a clock in there, or not a clock, bells, arch windows. It's all built out 1900 already there. Etheric finial, ether antenna, ether finial there. Just incredible. Already there. It's just all there. A little onion dome. Very Moorish. And yes, the Moors were in America before we got here. Our history's bullshit, y'all. American history, bullshit. You can just literally take all the American history and just throw it out the window. It's all bullshit. The whole thing. Columbus didn't discover America. It's bullshit. Okay? There was, I don't know if y'all love Oak Island, but we're getting ready to go Oak Island again here real soon. This is next month starts the season 13 of Oak Island, Curse of Oak Island. I've been researching Oak Island for a long time. I love me some Oak Island now. I know all about Oak Island now. I'd honestly do shows on Oak Island, but I'll tell you what, there's so much evidence coming out of Oak Island, I couldn't do it. It's just too much. And y'all, you think if you've done a quick glancery look at it, you don't know the hell you talking about. Because I'm telling you, they're coming up with the goods up in Oak Island now. I'm telling you. They don't know what the hell's going on up in Oak Island, but they got proof that Columbus is old bullshit. I know they've done figured that shit out. They done proved that. Look into Oak Island. That is one of my favorite rabbit holes. I'm a been Oak Island fan. That every week I got to watch my Oak Island. That everything shuts down on Oak Island night. I watch my Oak Island. That's what's going on. That's what's happening. And I got every show recorded. So I got them all. I got every episode all recorded. I can watch every one of them anytime I want to. Refer back to them. Oh, we got Chateau Frontenac. I didn't say that right. And Different Terrace, Quebec. I need to learn some French. Actually, I took French one time, and I'll never forget that lady that telling you, we don't speak English in this class. We speak French. I'm like, I don't speak French. She goes, you must speak French. I'm like, well, how the hell am I going to speak French? I don't know French. I quit that class. I like, you just crazy bitch going crazy. Tell me I got to speak French. I don't speak French. How the hell am I going to speak French? I don't speak French. That don't even make no damn sense. I also found out they drunk Coke with no ice in it. And I ain't had a soda in a long time. I was talking about somebody today. I don't even remember the last time I had a soda. I used to love me some Coke with ice now. I did. I'm glad I got away from that. Look at all them coins right there. Damn's a melted building. That right there's melted brick right there. Put on your Meltology cap. Remember, it's that, that football helmet with the one little pipe going through the front and buck teeth that go like teeth guards. So you got buck teeth in a helmet. I gotta do a beam on that. That'll be your Meltology helmet. And we got little arch windows here. Got a Star 40 kind of feel to it with the coins. Oh, these is melted bricks right here. These is balloons, these rocks. Oh yeah, they ballooned their bricks and the balloon these rock. And look at this wrought ironwork. I mean, seriously, who did this? Did the people of Quebec do this? Really? And if so, why did they do this? Who talked to people? How much did that cost? Look at this gazebo. And look at that list out here. I don't even know what to look at here. You got so much stuff. Ether finial. Look at that thing. Looks like a monstrance. Little arch windows, portholes, ether antenna. Higher the better. Another gazebo down here. Got some. Look at that. Look at that perfect light pole right there. I mean, it's absolutely perfectly straight. This pole right here is not straight. This pole is perfectly straight. It's perfect. You could put a level on that pole. Hello, David. Yes, Phoenicians. And we got a funicular here, right here, going down, which is an elevator that goes up to the top. I don't know what to look at here. There's so much in this. So look at this. Look how old that stuff is. I mean, come on. You tell me they built that recently? I don't think so. That stuff just looks beat to hell. This whole area looks beat to hell. There's a ladder lean for Douglas. Shout out UAP. Got arches back here. Big old arches. Domes, arches. Electric antennas. And these crazy ass buildings they build like this. I think that we built these. This is just my opinion. Remember, these opinions is like a tail hold. Everybody got one that's mine. This right here, I think we built this style building. I just have this is my thinkings right now. And look at this weird shit right here. What's going on right there? It's like a ghost building or something. I don't know what's going on right there. That's very strange. See this right here? I think we built that. It's got our telltale bullshit style. Just the way it's constructed. It's balloon framed. It's ugly. It's just why? Like, oh, that's for manufacturing industrial. That's for okay. Fine. Okay, yes, but why is it built in this ugly ass looking style that just absolutely horseshit compared to that? Seriously. And what are cannons? I still haven't figured out. I don't believe they were pew-pews. That's another thing. Let's just get there. So this whole thing about where they've got us, saying for like, unalived and pew-pews and jabs. They've got us saying, talking this whole other language. Everybody knows what the hell we're talking about. Okay? We know what we're talking about. They know what we're talking about. They say you can't say these words. So we make up words. And they say, well, them words are fine. You can say those words. You can say you can't say this word, but you can say that word, but it means the same thing. We all know it means the same thing. Yet we're saying these like it's retarded. But here's the thing. If you study George Orwell's 1984, which is my favorite book, by the way, out of all 3,000 books I've read, that's still hands down my favorite. Well, of course, I have a soft spot for dystopic books. But as for just dystopic books and books about politics and history and just like the way the world works, this kind of thing, it is my favorite book. But in that book, he clearly talks about how they would do this to the language. And we let them do it. And then Idiocracy. Idiocracy is a documentary, y'all. If you've not seen the movie Idiocracy, you need to go see that. Look at all these etheric and finials here. bringing in all that energy. And I'll tell you why. In the movie Idiocracy, there's I don't remember. I'm going to paraphrasing. Okay, so in the movie, and this is a little bit nasty. Let's just say nasty. But there's a point to it. In the movie, there's this thing where where the people of the future are so dumbed down that they have decided that etheric finial and etheric antennas they're all over the damn place. Just look, you'll see. And so their movies are like based on stuff like asses, like people's asses, and they're farting, to be graphic, but they're farting. Okay. And that's the entertainment of the day. And I always notice these gazebos have an underground feature to them, which I think is interesting. There's something to that. So anyways, today on X, I noticed a little feed thing, how stuff comes up. And there was this guy on there, and he was getting a world record for the longest fart. It was like 40 seconds. Now I know that's graphic, but here's my point. Idiocracy is a documentary, and it's today. It's here, y'all. We're starting to live the movie. That it was written as a comedy, as a warning, as a joke, as a like, haha, that society could be this if we, continue on this route. Well, we're there. We're getting there. We're damn close. We are Idiocracy. That's messed up. Look at that gaslight. Oh, this is Chicago Beach Hotel, Chicago. In case you wanted to know. Anyways, so we got some. Let's see what we got. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know, boo boo. And got something weird going on in the porch there. Look at that wrought iron work up there. A little hard to see. Not as nice as the other stuff we saw. I believe fire hydrants are old world. Look at these light posts. I don't get to see the top of them. We can't cut the grass and we can't pave the roads, but we can build that building. No problem. Not a problem. Got a pyramid with a circle in it, and I wonder if there's a dot in that circle, which would be a circumpunct, which would be very architect of the universe kind of thing. And we got a ether finial and ether antenna right there. Arched windows. Another etheric antenna. Ooh, an awning. I love an awning. There's nothing better than an awning. Absolutely make a building. Where's the rest of the awning? See, the building's ugly without awnings. Now I know that there's awnings on one window. They should have done the whole building. I mean, look at that little gas lamp right there. I mean, what? Look at that little arched doorway there. I mean, what's the point of building a building and not putting some doggone canopies there? I mean, that's really cool. That reminds me of a insane asylum I went into one time doing an Urbex Explorer. They had a feature kind of like that. It was different, but it was a sunroom-ish thing. Diamond symbology. Alrighty. I think that's enough of that. City Hall and Park, New York City. Let's see. Who's gonna arrest Biden, Obama, Hillary, Bush, Trump, King Charles, Marcone, and his freaking boy toy wife, Blair, Prince, Andrew, etc.? Anybody know how things are going? Who's gonna arrest them? I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's a tough question. I mean, their crimes are so public at this point that, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Hillary, just Hillary alone, just Her alone, man. Oh God, that is just talk about a demon. That is a demon. I don't even believe in demons, but that's a demon. That she is like the textbook definition of a demon. She is definitely like oozing dark energy. She like bathes in dark energy. She like gets all nudie and goes bathing in dark energy, just like a swimming pool, and just washes it all over her. She's a nasty, nasty person. I can't believe y'all about to hire that woman to damn be a president. What the hell's wrong with y'all? Is this why I don't be getting in politics? All bullshit. Look at that light right there. Got ghost people everywhere. Vesica Pisces, diamond symbology. I don't know. I mean, you know, it's like, why haven't they released the list? They're on it. They're not gonna tell them themselves. They're not gonna put themselves in trouble. I mean, come on. And I don't believe any, like, if you're in like if they were to erase Washington tomorrow, I'd be happy. We don't need it. We don't need any of that shit. Any of it. The whole place, all of them, every bit of them. They're all, I just don't trust any of them. I'm sorry, I don't. None of them. Never have. None of them. I don't care who they are. Ron Paul. Ron Paul was the last great American statesman. His son ain't even what Ron Paul was. Y'all threw Ron Paul under the bus. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all, the y'all, not y'all, but the y'all. Hello, Masonic Q. What's going on? And we got Mudflood drop-ins here. Got the Caduceus. Get my words to work tonight. Porthole. Got a little fella here. I don't know what he's doing. Keystones. Tartarian lion. Porthole. Yeah, I said it. What about it? Look at that awning. Oh, man. That whole building's better now. That is a pretty building now. It was just looking like junk, just absolute junk. Looked like something you find in a Cracker Jack box. Till I just saw that. Phoenician shells. Etheric antenna going up there with a mercury ball. And I'm going to go over here, this tiny little fella here. Architectural urns. Phoenician shells. Arch windows. Etheric fencing and finials. And this one's side by side the same height. But usually a lot of times you see one side of that is bigger than the other, which is quite where I was wondering if it has some sort of electrical property. Obelisk right there. Another obelisk right here. Kind of hard to see. Torus fields, arch windows. It's a very bright image. Man, where I was working now, I was getting beat because the sun was hitting the white old siding that I was taking off and then beating back at me. As then I was taking it off, there was black insulation, wall insulation behind it, and it was like soaking up that heat and radiating back. Like the whole day I was just getting cooked. Not a fun day. And I was putting hardy plank back on, which I hate hardy plank. Pain in the ass. Anyways, poor holes. I'm just whining and complaining. Ain't got nothing else to do. Okay, over here doing some mud flooding, getting my boots dirty. Taking y'all for a spin, see what's going on. I know they're here, but I don't see. Okay, there they are. Okay, right here. And I know it's really hard to see, but there's an outline. There's a line here and a line here and a line here and a line here. Okay, that line, that dark area, I believe that's it. I'm not positive, but I know for a fact this right here is pavement light, because that famous closed off City Hall subway line, the one that everybody talks about, is right under here. it gets off under here, and there's a stairs that go down somewhere over here to get to that. There's little foyer informations, Mudflood windows. Got grates over these windows, if you can see that right there. Got look at them awnings. I mean, that's what you come here for, is awnings. Who don't like a good awning? I mean, you got a beautiful building like this, you ain't got awnings, you ain't got nothing. Got nothing. No one. It's your ugly ass building if you ain't got no awning, looking like one of them old woman on a Little House on the Prairie hats. That's what that looks like, and that looks good. I'm telling you. You got a Mudflood drop in there, Mudflood windows. Another Mudflood drop in there. What's a Mudflood drop in? Stairs going down into the ground, down into the mud. And see, these windows don't have awnings, and this window does. Now, which one looks better? One with the awnings, of course. Why would you not put awnings on your windows? Electric antenna, got a clock. Clocks are expensive. Got 4 ones, it looks like. So for you Mandela affected, was always 1V to me. Or IV, however you want to say it. Yeah, old Muddin, he was a good fella. He was a good dog. Till he spent $38.98 on 15 pounds of dog food. He was tasty though. Put him on a bun. He was very good. Shishka beagles. We got etheric fencings, etheric finials. We got etheric antennas going up. And these are not flagpoles, y'all. Those are flagpoles. They run flags. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They might have put some flags on there because they were trying to say they were flagpoles, but they weren't flagpoles. They were etheric antennas. Where's the flags at? Okay, we got one flag out of all the antennas you see. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I count at least 11 flagpoles, maybe 12, and one flag on a flagpole. But that'd be 13 flagpoles. Where's all the flags at? It's not flagpoles. It's not a damn flagpole. It's a damn etheric antenna. It's got mercury up in the top of that ball right there, which gets that old etheric energy going, gets it all jumbled up and going, all crazy. And then they shoot that energy down there, and then they can store it in these bricks because bricks is batteries. Look into it. Don't believe a word I say. Don't believe a damn word I say. Just do your own damn research. I'm just pointing you in the right direction. I can lead the horse to water and say, Fred, drink that water, but you got to drink it yourself. Etheric finials over here and here. I'm just saying. National Shoe Leather Bank Building. National Shoe and Leather Bank Building. Shoe and Leather Bank. What the hell is shoe and leather got to do with banks? That ain't make sense. Who's making this shit up? Lady Justice? What was that? And look at this building back here. I mean, come on. We got big ass Tartarian lines up here. Got the flat earth asterisks up here. Talking about, I'm a flat earth. Come on, Globies. What you got, Globies? We got the ball on the water in the dough ball. You can't keep the water on the ball. Don't know how, but it's true. The ball, that water stays on the ball. Yes, it does. You got Taurus fields. No, I feel sorry for Globies because, I was once a Globie. I was diehard Globie, I believed that shit. I was all I was told. But then I started, looking into it, trying to disprove these crazy ass flat earthers. Don't do that, y'all. Oh, don't do that. Don't make that mistake. You want to be a Glober, don't make that mistake. Don't ever, ever, ever research flat earth. Don't do it. Don't do it. And I mean really research. Don't do a cursory glance. You get out there and do some damn research. You find some research and then go find you some more research, and then try to keep disproving it and keep looking. And eventually you're going to come to that porthole right there. You're going to come, and then right there, another porthole there, and there, and there, and there. You're going to come to the conclusion at some point that you don't know Jack. You don't know Jack. We've got Tartarian lines up here in case you need Tartaria in your life. Get a little Tartaria in your life. Got Etherfanials up here. What's this bank? Tartaria Industrial Savings Bank. Oh, immigrant say. Okay, sorry. And we go. Well, that heat got me today, y'all. I'm a little bit cuckoo clock. Clubhouse from Village. What? Hopatock, New Jersey. What the hell kind of name? Somebody pronounce that. Where is it? Clubhouse from Village. Hop Etitong. What the hell? I can't pronounce that. Patong Hopatong. Hopatong. It's some Indian word. And look at the quality there. Look at that. How about that? They made a little pyramid. They made them 2 little pyramids. Whoa, wait a minute. Let me get back here. Let me get my bearings. Okay, what we got going on here? Okay, so this makes sense. We can make these amazing columns. Look at the masonry work right there. That is incredible. Oh, that's a melted brick building right there, right there. Look at, get on your Meltology cap. Well, that's a melted brick building. Them's popcorn bricks. Okay, so we're gonna build these amazing columns here. Okay, we're gonna build these. That's because that's what we do. Build these columns, then we're gonna rip the top off of them, make them not have any capstones. I don't know if that one has the capstone or not, but and then we're gonna have these columns here, but then we're gonna build this beautiful fence to go along with it. This beautiful wood fence, because this beautiful wood fence really sets off this stone gate area thing, doodad. I mean, perfectly, absolutely perfectly. Talk about juxtaposition of Beauty and the Beast. Incredible. And then we can definitely do a little picket fence to go with it right beside it to make it look even better. I mean, we can make quality if we want to. That is our quality. And we got, ivy growing up the building, little door down here at ground level, little mud flood action there going on. Got ladies in uniform down here hanging out in the woods, little portholes, wind catcher. Well, it's a chimney, dumbass. No, it's a wind catcher, dumbass. Look it up. Look up what a wind catcher is. Go on, do some research. Go on. Prove me wrong. As Mr. I don't know if he's there or alive said, prove me wrong. Yeah, got an ether antenna up there with an eagle on a ball representing the phoenix. They didn't want you to know about the phoenix, so that was a very popular symbol. So they put it in plain sight. They put the eagles and what they mean by when they put an eagle on there, they know it means that it represents the phoenix. But if they put a phoenix up there, it would have a whole different meaning to people. They're very clever these days. Them diamond symbology. More diamond symbology. Oh, got some insulators. Do. Well, we're gonna find. I don't know. And we got Clubhouse. Kennebunkport, Maine. Who is making these names? We got ladies in uniform, dressed to nine, perfect, perfectly white, absolutely perfect. Not a stain, not one stain. Who is doing the laundry? Who? I mean, these ladies, they've got perfect clothing. Even this kid, I mean, he's dolled up. He's a little, knee high to a duck. Look at this little fella. I mean, you talk about a mischievous little son bitch right there. That's that little fella right there. He mischievous. Oh, he's checking out little miss over here. Okay. All right. I hear you, son. All right. All right. I'm with you. I'm with you. There you go. Got Ma and Pa out for the day. Got our handlebars going. A little mustache action. Yes, sir. Look at these boats. Theirs are cool. Look at that right there. That's pretty cool. I like canoeing. Canoeing's fun. I've done a lot of canoeing. Dude, those pants are not working for you there, buddy. Look at the quality of workmanship right there. I'm not even sure what they did right there, but that's not easy right there. Arches. Look at that big arch. Got a ladder lean for Douglas. We got this little trap door here to get up here so we can put this flag up here because that's, Etheric antenna. But no. We're going to put a door in there. We're going to add a door to get up there to put a flag up there. Why? Why do we need a flag up there? Why? What is the point of that? Anybody that's ever hung a flag and left it up knows that a flag will tear up quicker than nothing. So if you want your flag not to tear up, you got to take it down every day. Hence why you're supposed to take the flags down every day. That because they don't last in the wind. They tear up. So why are you gonna put it in the hardest damn place in the whole area to get I could find you about 50,000 other places. I could mount it on that damn canoe right there and get it hung easier than I can. Climb up on the damn roof and jitterbug up that damn. You got to be out your damn mind. I did Cole and Orthodox Oswego, New York. Oswego, and got Oswego Boathouse. Boats to rent. Get a little sailboat, do a little sailing. Got you a little bit of a bigger ship here, and got a big old fancy looking thing out here. Looks like a Chinese junk. I don't know. And look at this technology. Look at that big old tall ship back there, and look at this old coal tech chute technology. They'd pull these boats up here, and this little chute right here would drop down. They'd have the little train cars right here, and they'd drop down that coal there. They'd get filled up and ride on. That's what they do. Yep. Got that coal going. And that's a half a flat earth asterisk right there. Just saying. It is. And we got Colonial Arcade in Cleveland, Ohio. And this is I believe the less fancy of the two arcades in Cleveland. But that being said, it ain't shabby. It ain't shabby. I mean, I've seen better looking McDonald's, but it ain't too shabby. Got you some kind of weird leprechaun looking thing hat there. It's got a little bit of marble action if you need some marble. Got big old arch doors. Give me my poke. A long day. A long day. Let's see if we can see what we got here. Yeah, got a Phoenician wave right there. Can't right. Let's see what that is. Little Phoenician wave there, maybe. Look at the detail on that. Just it's got a face in there. Torse field. How pretty is that? You imagine having to reproduce that right there over and over and over. That's probably, I would guess, made out of wood. That means you'd have to cut that with a chisel. I would think that's wood. It could be. It could be marble or granite, maybe, but it's. I'm thinking wood. I don't know. Not sure. Got your swastika. Swastika is very important, and then that's really interesting. Got a circumpunct right there. So swastika and circumpunct, two of the most important symbols in the history of humanity, right there together. That is beautiful. And no, the Nazis stole the symbol because they knew how important it was, and I'm stealing it back. It's a beautiful symbol. And if you're like, oh my God, do some research. Okay, do some basic research. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Do some damn research. Just go before the Nazis. It's there. It's all over the world. Symbols used all over the world. Well, thousands of years before the Nazis. Okay, why do you think they used it? The Phoenician lady, Phoenician little shell hat. This is very Phoenician looking. Yeah, that looks safe. Got the electrical wires just hanging out the light right there. That's very sketch. Very, yeah, not not on board with how they're doing that. But what can I say? Look how these faces are all the same. That's just incredible. And no, I don't think somebody chiseled these by hand. I think they had some sort of technology that made this. They're not stupid. They we use chisel and hammers. We're cavemen. At least that's the story we gave ourselves. We come from apes. I ain't no ape, y'all. Y'all might be some apes. I don't know. Some of y'all, I don't know. But I ain't no ape. Okay. Humanity didn't come from no damn apes. Okay. We're a whole different breed. Okay. Look at the detail on that light. That's a flat earth asterisk, by the way. You got the vertical, the horizontal, and the X. Told you it's everywhere. Y'all don't believe me yet, but you will. One of these days. One of these days. Look up under there. Look at the detail there. Incredible. See, you just never know how good a quality you're going to see when you get zoomed in. I mean, look at that. Reminds me of a peacock. I don't know. You might see a snow bunny. I don't know what you see. I'm just telling you what I see. I don't know. This is the Colonial Hotel Cleveland. That's what this is. We got cobblestone brick road that's, nope, not melted. Sorry. No winner for you. Can't believe I actually have to say that. That's one of there's things you don't think you'll ever have to say, that you'll have to preface that a brick road is not a melted road. You never like grow up thinking I'm going to have to say that one day. But then you realize that there's people that are actually out there that are so retarded that they actually believe that they actually make videos and put them in the public view for people to see their retardedness and claim that that's a melted brick road. And that's Fred's Horse Built America. Still looking for a donkey. I haven't seen no donkey. Anybody see a donkey yet? Donkey, where you at? Oh, look at that awning. That awning is perfect. Beautiful awning right there. Look at that. And oh my goodness, little mini awning's got an outcrop door to hide the big door. Look at that right there. That's pretty. Arches. All right, let's go on up here. Big old chimney. Taurus fields. Ooh, look at them awnings. Sorry, I get distracted by good awning now. Colonial Arcade. So I bet the building, the arcade we were just looking at is inside this building. Maybe. That's very possible. I do not know. Ether antennas there. Smokestack. Got some kind of weird clock here. Some kind of weird etheric feature here. Can't even describe that. Oh, look at them awnings. Oh my goodness. Look at, oh my goodness. Got them in, you got them out. Flippy and floppy, droopy. Oh, look at that awning. My goodness, that's the best of it all. That wins awning of the year. Yes, and the Oscar goes to this awning right here. Best awning of the year. World record. Look at the sketchiness of that arc light. Man, who is doing the electrical here? Man, that's scary looking. Holy jolly moly. Good gracious, I'm scared to death to be messing with that. Look at that. There's that. Yeah, this is that same building. There's that peacock window. Yeah, old peacock window. NBC peacock window. That's what that is. Old tourist field right there. Good gracious. Look at them portholes. Portholes is wind catchers. If you don't know what that means, look it up. Do some research. Ancient air conditioning, not HVAC, not it didn't cool air. It wasn't about cooling air, although they could cool air. Our little mercury antenna, and got more portholes all the way across. That's for ventilation throughout the building. And we got correspondence school, Scranton, PA. And what in the world? Wait a minute, let me get back. Okay, all right. I don't know what the hell happened there. Okay, that matter. And look at the size of that curb. That is not a good, that's like a 12-inch high curb. That's a little bit excessive, I think. Something's not right there. That tells me that we added that. Just an opinion. And look at that wrought iron work, in case you need pretty wrought iron work. My goodness. Florida Lees. Little Mudflood windows right here and across here. There's some. Little right there. Oh, more awnings. Who doesn't look good awning? I mean, seriously. Got some stained glassage. Weird how they trim that tree. Ah, buttons aren't toys. Let's see. Got some more wrought iron work there. Big stone building. Stone building. Notice that I didn't say it's a brick building with balloon rocks. Notice I didn't say that. No, please take notice of that. I'm not that guy. I'm not the one that's going to sit up here like John Levy. John Levy. Levy. John Levy would tell you that this is a brick building, okay, that is balloon rocked. Poor hole. And we've got epithelial. And look at this horse shit. I don't even know. I mean, what do you call that? Wind catcher. But look at the quality of that roofing. That right there should be studied in Mexican roofing school. Right there. That I don't even know. I don't even know. That's definitely next level right there. That's definitely like a whole nother class of individuals gonna make that. Courthouse Montreal. You got Fred's running everywhere in case you need Fred for anything you need Fred for. Fred does it. Fred is the horse that built America. There's another Fred back there. In case you hadn't figured out yet, all horses are named Fred. Why are they named Fred? I don't know. I have no idea why Fred's named Fred. No idea. Bowler hat. That's boss man right there. Smoking in my joint. Smoke him if you got him. I know half of you high. It's all right. I know you half high. That's okay. Not judging. Not judging. Just saying I know. You ain't fooling me. And yeah, creepy dude's looking at me. I ain't got time for it. There's old Fred again. That is a pretty horse. Yeah, little miss going over here. Got a water fountain over here. Got a little post side and his little stick. Another Fred back here. Got a coin with a Q. Got some columns. Got Taurus fields. Tartarian lion, in case you need that. Phoenician waves. Uh-oh. Here comes trouble. Tartarian lion is on the side of the building. Why, oh, why do they need lions on everything in fleur-de-lis, which is supposed to be a French symbol, but it's on everything. I don't know why we have fleur-de-lis everywhere. I saw there was this, the guys from Oak Island, bringing Oak Island in now. Got to plug Oak Island. So the guys from Oak Island, okay, that are doing the investigation down there, they started this new show where they were doing some like deep sea treasure hunting, and they got involved with this deep sea dig where there was this sunken Spanish galleon, and they got it. They were checking it out to make their claims on it and everything, and they found some cannons, and the cannons on the side had fleur-de-lis on them. Of course, we know they were putting fleur-de-lis on all kinds of old world stuff, right? Well, the French saw it, and the French said, "Oh no, that's ours. That's ours. It has the fleur-de-lis on it," and they claimed it and won the claim. They actually got the claim. You got circle punks all over this. We're gonna have to take a break here, folks, because certain somebody that the ghost of Doggy's past has got to go out and do a ghost pee or patrol. Excuse my dog French. And but anyways, we're gonna go do that, and we got a big old bottle of pop here, or liquid some champagne. Not sure what's going on there. So we're gonna go and we're gonna take a patrol. See, he's got to go patrol. He's like, I gotta go patrol. I gotta go patrol. And we'll be back very shortly, and we'll continue to do our thing. Okay, we are back. There may or may not have been a oatmeal cookie involved. Mud wanted to say hello. Hey, Mud. Yeah, getting ready for Halloween. We had a stir fried beagle tonight, and it was delicious. And we had some shishka bagels and burger bagels and cheeseburger bagels. Delicious. Anyways, Mud wants to. He wanted to say hello. He got eaten today because he was He spent too much on his dog food, and we ain't putting up with that. So let's get into our next picture, young ladies, and let's see. Shout out. Let's see. Was it who was talking about their birthday just a second ago? Kathy. Was your birthday? You just turned 59. Happy birthday, Kathy Broughton. Happy birthday to you. Can't sing the song, but you smell like a beagle too. Okay, we're going to get back into it, y'all. Let's see here. Find out what we got here. See what we got. We're going to share some images and we'll get our screensies right. Okay, and we should be good to go. Doing some mud flooding today. Yes, sir. You're welcome, Miss Kathy. Hope you're all doing well. Got 6R riding shotgun with us tonight. Ha ha's over there lurking around. The great ha ha to you people. And let's see. Okay, so we got the Dewey Arch in New York City. And because we need a big old arch to celebrate, whatever we celebrate. And we got Fred over here doing Freddy things. We got Oliver Twist there. We got the Wicked Witch of the East and the Wicked Witch of the West. Got arc lights, beautiful awnings, etheric antenna, arched windows. Going on up to the sky. Got etheric antennas there, coin here, stoneball finials, beautiful Taurus fields. Got a clock. Clocks are expensive. And of course, the 4 is strangely obscured. Why is that? Why are they always obscured? It's unbelievable. It's so hard to read the 4s on these clocks. It's really, really strange. But if I had to guess, it almost looks like a 4 1s on that one. But I don't know. Cable cars. Look at the quality of that right there. That, jeez. That's incredible. Got Balsam Man right here. Look at these wrought irons right there and the big old layups right there. Got an obelisk back here in case you need an obelisk for your etheric energy to bring it in. Got the O.J. Simpson guide. Got the arch windows. And we definitely built this sign, no doubt. And that is very reminiscent of the World's Fair to me. Got the eagle on the ball, phoenix on a ball. I've got the Tartarian lady here with her wings and her swords and all kinds of shit going on. Got old Poseidon there hanging out. All these. Got the eagle representing the phoenix there. See, what I'm saying is you see an eagle, like your regular everyday Joe, you see an eagle, but these elite, they go, oh, that's a phoenix. They know it's a hidden representation. Just saying. Just telling you their secrets, if you don't mind. La la la, your paint will just shed another layer. That sounds perverted, ha ha. A little awakening humor. What do you think about that? Ha ha. Penis cap boss man right there and there. Got boobas. Got horseshit narrative, I think. I think that was added, and I think that was added. I think these is original. What do you got? The Medusa? Is that Medusa? She about to stab somebody right in the heart. I'm just saying. $18.99. And I bet these statues are added. They don't look original to me. How do you know that, Beags? Well, here's the thing. I don't know that. It's just an opinion. Okay? Opinions like tail holes. Hippie's got one. Six All's got one. Kathy's got one. Ha Ha has one or two. And then what you kind of look at is, okay, this character right here fits into the narrative timeline, right? But this character does not. Okay. So they're representing this timeline, right? This timeline. This is not 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 this timeline. Okay, there's two timelines here. There's two narratives going on here. Even though they say it's one thing, that's one monument. Okay, well, I'm saying it's not. I'm saying they lied. That's what I'm saying. He. Yes. Phoenician boat. And it was just, we're just going in on our horses through, the wild waters. Why are you always licking me, huh? Why are you always licking me, huh? Why? I don't understand. Why? Why are you always licking me? I don't understand it. All the time licking. I always time licking something. Unbelievable. I just don't understand it. Get down, you're ruining the gag. All right. We got Fred's all back here. Look at that. Look at that beautiful carriage right there. And check out Homeboy. He is chilling like a villain. I mean, that is that damn beefeater outfit looking thing. I mean, good grief. Okay, we got Drexel Institute, Philadelphia, PA. And we got a cobblestone road here. Well, that's melted bricks. That's bricks that's melted and they've turned into them old gold brick road. That stone road is still gold, dang old melted brick road. And them's is melted red bricks right there. Them long stone looking things. Them are definitely balloon rocks. Y'all think I'm joking. There's people that actually say this. I'm not making this up. I'm not exaggerating. Okay, I'm not. I've literally got it documented. I've got videos on my channel documenting this stuff. We got Boss Man hanging out, doing what he does. Boss Man things you ain't even privy to because you ain't in the know. You ain't the Boss Man. Got little Miss over here, little Mudflood window, little Mudflood drop-in windows, right? Little Mudflood windows right here, just little tiny little Mudflood windows right there. And we got some nice wrought iron work. A little bit bigger little Mudflood windows, little tiny little Mudflood windows. We don't need much. Hey, little baby little Mudflood window. Got more Mudflood windows down here in case you need those. Mudflood windows. Mudflood windows here, Mudflood windows there. I mean, ain't no big thing these days. You go back to the old world, there's Mudflood windows all over the place. Now, if you want to find them, you got to look closer. They're still there, but they've done a little bit of, covering up on the little Mudflood windows. Look at Arclight. They've covered them up. You got to look a little bit harder now. And you got Etheric light right there. And look at this. Look at that. I mean, come on. Really? Do we need that? Is it like 1900? We need that. That's for what? And what we got going there? Oh my. And look at the columns here. I mean, seriously. What is the necessity of that? This is the Drexel Institute. I don't even know what the Drexel Institute is. What do they institute? You got got a swastika here. Beautiful symbol. Has nothing to do with Nazis. The Nazis took it over. They used it as their symbol because they knew it was important. And they abused it. Now people go, oh gosh, it's a swastika. Why is there swastikas all over everything? I don't understand it. Torch fields, Phoenician shells, little cherubs with wings. Maybe scrubbed cartouches. Just incredible. Tartarian lines just for shits and giggles. I mean, why not? I mean, let's just throw lines all over the place. Why? What do the lines have to do with America, y'all? Anybody? And when's the last time you went out in the backwoods of West Virginia and ran into a lion? When? When's the last time you went out in the swamps of North Carolina and found a lion? When's the last time you found a lion in America hanging out? Not in a zoo. A lion. What does it represent? Oh, well, that's got to do with that. That's got something to do with British Empire. No, it don't. No, it doesn't. It's Tartaria. Tartary. Look it up. Look it up. Don't look up Wikipedia. Don't go look it up. Well, Tartaria is a pseudo-scientific method. Blah, 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 blah. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Just look up Tartaria and keep looking until you figure it out, until you understand it. There was a civilization that was erased from history. It was called Tartaria. A big-ass son of a bitch on the map. It's on maps. Go look it up. Tartaria. Their symbol was a lion. One of their symbols, Griffin, the owl. These were their symbols. They had different symbols depending on the region. Go look it up. Don't believe me. I don't care if you believe me. I don't need you to believe me. I'm just here doing my thing. We got the big arch, the two little arches on the side. See, this could have been a church. But this one they made the Drexel Institute. They thought this would be a better institute than a church, a cathedral. Duluth, Minnesota. 1900, all built out. Duluth, Minnesota. Do you know where Duluth, Minnesota is? It's in the middle of freaking nowhere, and we got all this shit built out in 1900. Hell, this could be 1895. I don't know. Let me see if we got a date on this one. I don't know. It doesn't look like it. No date. No date. 1895 to 1910 is when these photographs were taken. Let's say 1900 just for shits and giggles. Let's just throw it a dart at the board. That's 1900 in Duluth, Minnesota, in the middle of nowhere, knowing you can't work through the winter. You gonna build this through the winter? You gonna build that through the winter? Seriously? In Duluth, Minnesota. Have you ever been to Duluth, Minnesota? And yes, who said that? Let me hold on. Viaduct alert. You're right. Very good call. Very good call right there. Very good call. Who was that? Let me give it on back. Curtis. Good job. You get a gold star. I don't have a gold star, but just imagine you got a gold star floating above your head. You get a big old gold star. Yes, that is a viaduct. A viaduct is a raised platform. And we call it a road. But depends on your perspective. See, down here you see, oh, it's a platform. Now let's try something. Let's see what we can find out here a second. Let's adjust the colors and brightness. See what else we can see down there. And you see down here, there's a train going under. And you see there's structure under there. But yes, that is a viaduct. And what they would do is they would raise this level up, okay, trying to believe to hide the mud flood. And you look right here, it looks like, every day looks like everyday regular old road. You got sidewalk, a road, another sidewalk. And once you got all this covered over, you don't notice it. And they did a very, very large chunk of downtown Atlanta that way. Viaducts of Atlanta. It's one of my videos. One of my better ones. One of these days, I'm going to get around to actually making it even better because I've been collecting data on that video ever since I released that video. I've made that video very quickly, and it definitely could be done better. But I wanted to get the information out because it was so just incredible. That's the thing. So I don't have time to make these wonderful, high, glossy videos, y'all. I just don't have the time. Okay. But I try to get the information out. Like I did a live stream last night. I don't know if any of you are aware. I did a live stream last night. Any of you aware of that? Probably not. It was on a very large channel. I think the channel had somewhere around 400,000 subscribers. And I went up there and knocked their freaking socks off. Why? Because I brought out the truth. I went up there and brought out some of my Charlie Kirk research and just blew them out of the water. They were dumbfounded. Like I had the entire live stream shut down. Like they didn't know what, like they were just dumbfounded. They were freaking out. It was so they really enjoyed it so much. I put a link in. It's in my comment section. You can go watch it. And if you want, it's just basically I'm sitting there last night and I was just tooling around like I do and working on some things. And I just it came across my YouTube feed, this live stream of this person I'd never even heard of them. And they were talking about Charlie Kirk. I was doing research on Charlie Kirk, and I clicked on it. I was listening to him, and the guy just about a minute after I clicked on said, hey, if anybody wants to come on and talk about this Charlie Kirk thing, you know, come on. And I'm like, well, hell, I got the grapes. And so I got on there, and at first it took me maybe 5 or 10 minutes. I don't remember how long. It took me a little while to get him to listen to me. Like he wouldn't stop talking. You know, he's one of these, you know, he's a big channel, but he thought he had all the answers. And then finally, once I got him to calm down and chill, and he actually started listening, then he realized he didn't know what the hell I was talking about. And then when I went to prove to him what I was saying, his mouth dropped. It blew him away. But the topic was about the UVU EMS stand down at the Charlie Cook assassination, if you're interested. But if you want to watch my video covered all the information. However, I did gather, because of that live stream, I did gather some new evidence, and I'm looking into it. So anyways, that's that. Hold on. Hippie. Hippie, can you go look at my comment section and look and see that information? It's like the last comment, I think. You'll see it. It's clear. You'll know which one it is. It's Mr. something. I don't remember the name. It's like, guy's got like somewhere around 400,000 subscribers. He's a big channel. I don't even know what he does. I don't know anything about the guy. I'd never heard of him before. And I literally clicked on this thing, and then within a few minutes I was on chat with him. It was pretty cool because I've been looking for avenues to get this word out, and it was a great avenue because a lot of people got that meat and potatoes and got their dessert, and they freaking had some, some cognac to go wash it down. I mean, they were really, really happy with that research. I was blowing minds last night. It was really cool. It was good because I know I'm on to something. I know I am. I was even throwing shit at him. He wasn't even ready for it. He didn't even know what to do with it. So I backed off on it because he just wasn't ready all the way. But that's okay. I got out what I wanted to get out. Arch windows, portholes. Keep looking. Let me know if you don't find it. Yes, it is. I set it up to where within a few seconds I start speaking. I'm on the stream, but he keeps talking, and finally I just jumped in because I didn't know anything about the guy, so I didn't know. I was trying to be respectful. I was sat there for a few minutes before I said anything, and then finally I just realized it was one of those channels you just got to jump on and go, which is to me rude to do that, but that's I'm old school, so I kind of wait my turn, but new school kind of just jumps in there. I don't know. It's just a different way. Anyways, I think it was good. I think a lot of people got, I think I turned a lot of heads, a lot of new heads, a lot of new people. See, I'm trying to reach people. It's not, I mean, you guys are great. You're wonderful. You're the best of the best, but I'm trying to get this information out. This information is a lot more widespread than the Mudflood community. It is, very, I've come across some really important stuff. I've come across some other things I haven't shared yet, and I've actually found some things. I don't know. There's been a lot going on with this Charlie Kirk stuff behind the scenes. Anyways, check it out if you want. If you don't, it's not a big deal. It's not. I didn't make it for you guys. I made it. I mean, that's really, because I know you guys aren't really. I know you guys are like, okay, we're over the Charlie Kirk thing, but a lot of people aren't, and a lot of people are interested in it. And I'm really trying to. I've got an eye for seeing these kind of things, and I'm seeing things that other people aren't seeing, and I know I am. If you see anything about meta glasses, I found that I found that first. That was me. I didn't get it out there like I should have, and it's gone crazy now. It's gone damn near viral, but that was me. I found that, and I found it by mistake. I was just watching an old Charlie Kirk video and just happened to check out this gun out here. I got a random gun. Look at these big ass arches. Anyways, if you're interested, go look at it. If you're not, then keep watching the viaducts. And Mudflood Winders down here. Duluth Shoe Company, boots. We got boots. We need boots for mudding. Everybody better be wearing your boots. Because we're going to get muddy. Oh, yes. Quaker Oats. They got some. There's a weird story behind Quaker Oats. The family of Quaker Oats that did that. Very Rathbuns. All right. I mean, this is all built out by 1900. This is just a snapshot, y'all. This isn't even like the whole city. This is just a snapshot. It's like one piece of a panorama. Got Erie County Savings Bank, Buffalo. Y'all seen this, I'm sure, 1,000 times. But it's always a good one to go back and look at because it is so cool. This building. If you hadn't seen it before, it's just incredible. Like, it's just one of a kind. Just how much quality is involved. Diamond symbology. Look at the detail side of this building. Portholes all the way across the side there. Etheric antennas. Got ether finials up here. All this ether. Look at that. Beautiful. I'd say that's a porthole. It's a weird one, but it's a porthole. That porthole doesn't have to be round. Got little faces in here. Looks like they're all different too. They're a little bit different. They're a little bit, got a little bit of difference to them. They're not exactly the same. I don't think. Maybe they are. I don't know. They don't look the same to me. But what do I know? I know nothing. Nothing. We got etheric finials. My goodness. Got a chimney up here. I mean, this building right here is just one of a kind. It really stands out as one of the great architectural achievements of America. I think I really, there's just something about this building, the design of it, the quality, just the craftsmanship and the angles. Just really, really cool. Just absolutely gorgeous. This is the kind of stuff they should teach in architectural school. Mudflood window. And does that, railing look like it should be original? Like, why would you do that? Like, you've got, this beautiful railing here, and then you're going to do this railing right below it like that. It just, that dog don't hunt. That dog couldn't catch a rabbit if it was in its mouth. No way. And look at this. I mean, seriously, you're going to put a window down here, but then you're going to have to put big ass iron bars on it. It doesn't make any sense. And these steps, do the steps make sense? No, they don't. They don't make sense. They don't look right. That door, I mean, look at that door. That's the door, but those are the steps. That it don't right. It don't add up. Tartarian lions, in case you need that. When you're building America, because we got lines everywhere. Got a barber pole, Mudflood winder. Got Fred back here doing what Fred does. That might be the coal delivery right there. That's how they would do it. They would pull up and they would have a cart. Yeah, I think that is the coal delivery. And they would dump it and then dump it into the coal holes on the sidewalks that go into the areaways underneath the sidewalks, which are hollow. Arc lights. It's like an unscrubbed cartouche. There's the pooper scooper man right there. That's his cart. A trolley. Is Ha behaving himself? Let me check. Mm-hmm. You always got to keep an eye on these things. And we got little onion dome, little etheric antenna up there. Look at that detail on that there. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Look at that. Phoenician shells. Look at that. Phoenician shells there. I mean, just so unnecessary. I don't know what the hell they got going there. Got knob and tube wiring all over it with incandescent bulbs. Etheric antenna. Probably a wind catcher. Got a young lady here doing the winders somehow. That's just wow. Greens in. Oh boy. Narragansett, Rhode Island. Narragansett. Who the hell's making these names up? Seriously. Well, okay. Well, that's a built-a-brick building right there for sure. That's definitely, see, that's a red brick. That's balloon rock. It's just a rock. It's just a stacked up rock. We built that. And you see how we got this dirt up here? I don't think. Here's the thing. Okay, either A, official history is that they built this house and then they cut down the dirt and built a sidewalk and then cut down the dirt some more and built a road, or you know, and that this was all just a hill here. Okay, no problem. Instead of just making the everything flat up here, you know, instead of just building up here, they decided to cut all this down, right? Which means they had to plan the whole road that way. I'm sure if you look down, it's probably the same way all the way down. It doesn't make sense. What happened is this thing got mud flooded. This is all mud from the mud flood. And then they, you know, built a wall around this, okay, to contain the you know, this, because they don't want to show the windows and doors below ground. That's what it is. Just saying. Just saying. Look at these pretty flowers. In case you need pretty flowers. There's what I'm talking about. See how one is smaller than another on the finials? I'm wondering if that has some kind of electrical property. Look at the waviness of that siding. I mean, how? How do you do that? I just did siding today. I don't know how you would do that. I have no idea. Look at this iron piece here. Like what is that even? What is that? Look at that chimney. I mean, come on. Who the hell can? Jeez. Ivy growing up all over the place. Etheric fenniel. There's another one. Harbor Springs and Point Harbor Springs, Michigan. So we can build stuff like this, little A-frame buildings, no problem. Build it out of wood, no problem. We got you. We got you. We will make you an A-frame house, no problem, with ladder leans, no problem. We got it. Easy. We'll even do a little detail on it. We can build things. We could build things. I don't want to act like we were just playing, like, ding fries are done retards. I'm saying we could build things. What I'm saying is that there's things we didn't build. And I mean things like this. We didn't build that. I don't think we built that. Look at these stairs going up, how they've modified what's here. Originally, they wouldn't have had stairs there. This is probably, a different level. And they probably modified it so you could get up here. I see that a lot. Got a little mist down here. Pretty arches. Look how it drops down into there. Some construction there. Glass insulators up there. For someone who thinks that they're so smart, how do you think that house and rock chimney is special is beyond me. Where are we at? It's how do I explain this in retard terms? It's not about the little micro house here, okay, jackass. It's about the bigger fucking picture, okay? Broaden your mind, okay? Take your mind, okay? And you got this little tiny little closed off mind. Expand your consciousness out beyond this one structure, okay? I'm not talking about one little structure here. It's the overall whole, okay? This is one little cog in a big fucking wheel, okay? Imagine all the brick buildings, all the wood buildings, all the walls, okay, all the canals, all the train tracks. Imagine everything, okay, that was built in 1900. Imagine all of that, okay, minus the little shitty shack things, okay, that you'll see. Little shit like this, okay, imagine that. But imagine all this is already built. Now, is this so special? It's so incredibly fucking special. There's no possible way that we could build this. Could we build this? Yes, we could, jackass. Of course we could. Yes, we could. Dude, I do construction for a living. Okay, don't talk down to me, motherfucker. Okay, I know we can build this. You see, you done fucking hit across the damn bow. That's not good here. Okay, so it's not about this one little structure. Okay, you got to look across the whole plane. Okay, there's a big playing field. Okay, you look across the whole thing, look around. Okay, pull your head out of your ass, pull your head out of the mud. Okay, now you got all these brick buildings. Where did those bricks get fired? You got billions of bricks. Billions. Okay, billions of bricks. Where did the bricks come from? Who fired those bricks? Do you know how to fire a brick? Do you know that you lose 10 to 15% of every firing of every brick? Why, cry. What do you got? What do you got? What's your theory? Did you read a history book and believed everything you were told? Did you go to college? Did you get your education? Is that where you're coming from? Autodidactic. That's what you need to be. It's not about one little structure. Could we build this? Yes, absolutely we could. This is not what I'm talking about. Okay, this is not what I'm talking about. It's this combined with many other things. This is just one little small thing. What did you just come on here and start running your mouth? Who are you? Samuel Cockdick. I mean, what's your fucking name? Throckmorton? You sound like a fucking porn star. I love this shit. High Sierras, Tenya Canyon from Glacier Point, Yosemite Valley, California. Now, this one I just threw in just because I thought it was pretty. And to give the meltologist a little bit to jerk off to. And this could be one of the Detroit Publishing Company gentlemen. Look, it's the point is, in our world, we believe in this community that there was an old world that we have not been told about. We believe that the wool has been pulled over our eyes. Okay. And we're trying to look backwards and see what was here before we took all the brutalist facading and covered over it, before we had all the great fires and burned it to the ground, before we demolished it all, before we moved it around to different places. We're trying to figure out what was actually here. Okay. Is that one building important? Dumbass? No, it's not important. It's just a little tiny little piece to the puzzle. It's a puzzle piece. You take the puzzle piece, you put it in the fucking puzzle. You understand? Do you understand how to make a puzzle? You take the puzzle piece, you put it in the fucking puzzle. It's real simple. You figure out where that little puzzle piece goes and you put it in the fucking puzzle. You agree on that, dumbass? I mean, what? Come on, man. Hospital nurses home, U of M, Ann Arbor, Michigan. It's fun kicking retards around. It reminds me of playing what's that shit? Dodgeball. It's like you take the little dumb shit kid and you throw the ball at his fucking head and watch them go. That's them. That's you, dude. You're the little kid that got knocked in the head with a dodgeball. I mean, dude, don't yell at the big kid. That's dumb. That's really dumb. Do we know what happened? Do we have proof of what happened? No, we don't. And you let me fuck with you even more. I love this shit. This shit gets me riled up. Do you believe what's in front of you exists? It takes one to know one. Do you believe what is in front of you exists? Do you believe that everything in front of your eyes exists? That's what there is? Well, let me explain this. Let me explain this to you in a way that you can understand. You are living in a holographic simulation created by the creator of the universe. It's all a simulation coming from your mind. It's one consciousness. Okay? One consciousness. We're all creating this consciousness. We're inside God's holodeck. Okay? To give a Star Trek or Orville idea. It's a simulation. Okay? How did the Mudflood happen? It's a simulation. Anything can happen. God. It's like fucking kindergarten up in here. Please keep off grass. It's so funny when you see those. Got Mudflood winters all across the bottom here. Anyways. I've been waiting to kick somebody in the nuts all day. That was fun. We got arch windows here. Got a wind catcher up here. What's a wind catcher?
You can't take that shit.
Dude, I tell you, hold on. Dude, let me explain to you. Okay, let me explain something to you. Let me make it real clear for you. Okay, let me make this real clear for you. Hold on a second. Let me get so you can hear me real clear. I want you to understand me real good. Okay. We are here to enjoy ourselves and do what we do. Okay. If you don't want to be here, if you just want to stand here and ridicule and talk shit, fine. But there's a little thing that I have. It's called the power to tell you to, not be here. We're not interested. And go fuck yourself. There we go. And we're going to move on with our day. Let's see here. Sorry, folks. I don't have time for retards these days. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, go fuck yourself. You get people that want to just interrupt and be a cog in the wheel and like a bump on the log, a shit turd in the fucking stew. You don't need it. Got Mudflood winners here. Mudflood winners here. Mudflood winners here. People, y'all got to wake the fuck up. Y'all, seriously, let me explain something to you. There's going to be a separation between dumb fucks and people that are awake. And if you ain't on board, if you ain't there, if you ain't going with us, you're going to stay here. You're going to stay in the third dimensional reality and you can go and fuck yourself. Okay. Because we don't need you. We don't want you. We don't need you involved at all. Okay. So go play in the street. And that's that. Thank you. It's not about being that bad. It's about just coming in and disrespecting just to be a fucking asshole. You don't have anything to say. You don't have anything to add. You don't want to debate. You just want to talk shit and disrupt my fucking show. I will block you just to fucking have something to do. I enjoy blocking people. It gives me great fucking joy. We got Flat Earth Asterisks. Etherphenial. Got a beautiful phone pole here. Look at that. Good gracious. That's weird. Oh, they got some kind of fencing over it. What is this? The Hospital and Nurses Home, U of M, Ann Arbor, Michigan. Huh. Wonder if they're like trying to keep people in or something because they got like a cage over that window, like an insane asylum kind of thing. I like that brickwork. That's pretty. Look at that little shitty tree right there. That's fun. Oh, look at that awning. Oh, it's good. Let's see. Hotel Alcazar and Annex, St. Augustine, Florida. And we got Fred down here doing what Fred does. Got old Wino down here doing a Wino. Oh, we got a meeting of the Freds right here. Got a little mister there doing Fred things. Got ladies in uniform. Look at these lights right here. Those are crazy. Fountain. I believe fountains were tech. I believe they had more of a purpose than we know. Etheric light. I feel I hate being an asshole to people, but I will show my ass to you as just for shits and giggles if I need to. I'm Gen X. Gen X. I'm sorry. Just we as Gen X. If you're Gen X, you know. If you're not Gen X, you don't know. But I'm telling you, don't fuck with Gen X because we will eat your liver. It's just what we do. Diamond symbology. We will do it for shits and giggles, just for a good time. We enjoy it. It's like a challenge. Like we have been. Gen X has been through so much shit y'all don't even know. If you're not Gen X, you don't know. You don't fucking talking about. You're worthless. Excuse me. You're not worthless, but you ain't Gen X. Gen X rules. We're the freaking creme de la creme. We're the cream of the crop. Okay. Our generation is the best. Guaranteed. I'm telling you, Gen X is the best. We are the freaking best generation. We've been through everything. We got the old technology, the new technology. We got everything in between. Everything was cool. Everything was the best. Everything was so freak. We had like no supervision. We're feral. we're just absolutely feral. We had to do it on our own. I was cooking. I've got pictures of me when I was 3 years old cooking breakfast. I'm talking about full on eggs and bacon and sausage and freaking pancakes, the whole freaking 9 yards, 3 years old. You know what I mean? We're cut from a different cloth. We've been through so much shit. We used to get the hell beat out of us with paddles, 16, 18 inches long that were 3/4 inch thick wood. And if you were lucky, they had air holes in them. But if you weren't lucky, they were just flat. And when they came at you, it was like and sometimes they talk about meeting Jesus, man. I mean, they just beat shit out of us, but it made us who we are. I mean, I remember getting my ass beat like hard in first grade. Like, I don't even remember what I did. I don't even remember what I did that was so bad, or if I did anything bad at all. But I know I got my ass beat because I remember that in first grade. 5, 6 years old, remembering that. Y'all, I walked to school the first week of first grade. I walked to school. It was a mile away, and I walked to school by myself for the first 7 days of school. I walked to school from my house to the school. The only problem was that halfway to school there was a creek, and the creek had crawfish. So I'd get to the creek, I'd be like, "Oh, crawfish!" and I'd start playing with the crawfish. So I'd go out the door in the morning. I'd go to the creek. I'd go play with the crawfish all day, and then I could hear the school bell ring. So I was like, "Oh, it must be time to go home." So then I'd go home. I didn't know that school was mandatory. So I went and played in the creek for the first week. So then they called my mom. They said, is John going to be attending school this year? And mom was like, "Well, yeah, he's been going all week." They're like, "Well, he hasn't showed up yet." And so she's like, "Where you been?" I'm like, "I'm going down the creek." And I went down to the creek, and I was down in the creek playing the crawfish all week long. But then from then on, I got taken to school every day. I didn't get to walk to school no more. Until I was when's the next time I walked? I'm trying to remember when the next time I walked to school. That was in, let me think, fourth and fifth grade. I had to ride the bus because it was a far away school. I went to a gifted and talented school. And third grade I went to downtown. So I had to be driven. Oh, sixth grade. Yeah, sixth grade I'd walk to school. And it was like 5 miles. So that's 5 miles there, 5 miles back. So I'd walk to school 5 miles, like literally walk. And I tell you why I'd walk. It's not because there wasn't a bus. There was a bus. The problem was on the bus, the buses were so overcrowded. They fill all the seats. So you have 3 people per seat. And then they have people standing in the aisles all the way down because we didn't have safety laws back then. We didn't have seat belts, y'all. Well, no damn seat belts. Sorry, I don't like my thing. It's in the wrong spot. Sorry about that. And so we didn't have seat belts. Sorry, I'm just checking this out over here. So I'd walk to school, and and it's just the way we did it. I mean, it was better than riding that damn bus. And then because the bus would pick me up. I tried riding the bus, but then the bus would pick me up so late that I'd have to stand in the aisle. And then when I'd go get back on the bus, I had to walk from all the way across the school, lady in uniform, and I couldn't get a seat on the bus. So I had to stand up going home, and then of course back then there was always a fight on the bus. There was always, it was always a challenge for your life. So you're always having to fight off, somebody. And I don't know, it was just like, it was safer. it was crazy times back then. We were feral, but they were the best times though. It was great. It was, I wish it was still like that because it was so free. Now, I mean, people are scared to, let their children go to the next room, and this is the Hotel Florence in Pullman, Illinois, and people are just scared to death to let their children do anything. I lived at home by myself for half of my 9th grade year, all the way through half of my 11th grade year. I lived at home by myself. My mom stayed on the other side of town, 45 minutes away, at her boyfriend's house. Then she got married to him, and then we moved with him. But I stayed there by myself. She'd come home once a week and put groceries in the house, and I sometimes I'd see her, sometimes I wouldn't. I lived all that time by myself. We were feral. I'm telling you, we were literally feral. Like you literally could not. I did my own laundry. I cooked. I cleaned. I washed my ass. I did everything. I mean, I was like, it didn't matter. That was just the way it was. We were built different. Today, they can't even wipe their own ass without having to, have some sort of Swiffer sweeper contraption to wipe their ass. I mean, it's crazy. Gen Z's just totally fucked. I hope y'all ain't got children because they're fucked. They don't have it. They're so dumb. God, they're dumb. I think I just talked to a Gen Z just a minute ago. But I mean, it's just incredible how stupid they are, and they think they're like Einsteins or something. It's scary. They oh my gosh, they're not. We're in big trouble. Or they're in big trouble. Hell, I'm not in big trouble because they're the ones that got to live with themselves. Etherophenial. I mean, look at that chimney. How unnecessary is the construction of that chimney? Like, why not just do a square chimney? Why not just do a round chimney? No, we have to do this like starred chimney. Seriously. Kathy, you still partying on your birthday? Or after birthday? It's the after birthday party, I guess. Etherophenials, ether antenna. Do. Look at that awning. That's a good looking awning right there. Do. Well, I don't know. I don't understand what's so special about an awning. I mean, I don't understand it. I don't get it. What's so important about an awning? I don't understand. Library, University of Pennsylvania. That's a library where you get books to read and check out. I'm just saying. Library. We need a library this nice with Mudflood windows and just incredible arches, keystones. Wow. I mean, jeez. That is so just precision. It's beautiful. Everything's just a box and glass and metal and crap now. It's just that. Brutalism was, I tell you what, when it goes down, when they write the new history records, they're going to talk about brutalism like it was basically the devil taking a shit on architecture. Devil's not real, y'all. In case y'all hadn't figured out, devil's not real. There is no devil. Church made that shit up. They had to have an adversary to make you go, I'm so scared of the devil. I gotta put my money in the plate. You know? People believe anything. And don't lie. A lot of you still believe that shit. Don't lie. I know. It's okay. It's okay. I'm letting you down easy. I'm telling you, creator is real. Devil's not real. You can believe what you want. I'm just telling you like it is. You can believe it, don't believe it. Doesn't matter to me. You can either go put your money in the plate or not put your money in the plate. But pay your taxes. The Mexicans need their health care. God. Look at these. Oh, man. Look at that. Look at that stained glass. That's party. Misa likes. You know what I like about my channel? It's not perfect. It's got its ups and downs. It's just in no way, shape, or form perfection. But it's I can do what I want. I have free reign to be who I want to be and say what I want to say. And I don't have I love you folks, but I don't give a fuck about what your opinion is. Okay. No offense. I just don't give a fuck. Okay. I love hearing your opinions. It's just your opinions are not. I'm not going to sit there. I'm not going to like later on be going,
oh my gosh, what was so and so thinking? My goodness, I need to readjust my. I got to. I don't know. I've got to think about this.
No. This is my opinion, y'all. This is my outlet to get my opinion out, and this is only a small piece of my opinion because I cannot get out. I cannot give you my entire opinion. There's no way. I've been doing this 18 years of study. Yeah, I'm not. This is just one small piece of my study, just little minute part. It's the one part I spent years of study, and for many years, I did not see anywhere that I could be of service, that I could help, that I could make a difference. Like it was like, you know, the conspiracy stuff. Oh God. I mean, like, how many times are we going to talk about the conspiracy stuff? I mean, I know if y'all only knew what I know about 9/11 or JFK or jet fuel hoax, and just to name a few, I mean, I could keep going, you know, adrenochrome, you know, I could tell you all kinds of shit. Okay. But it's not worth it. Reptilians. Yes. I know all about it. Interdimensionals. Okay. I've been down these rabbit holes. Ancient archaeology. I mean, just I studied deeply into the Mayans, the Egyptians, the Sumerians. I mean, you know, just come on, you know. But I don't do that because it's been done. This is somewhere I felt like I could make a difference. And so this is what I do. This is what I enjoy doing. This is enjoyable to me. Okay. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy bringing this to you, finding it, sharing it with you. It's what I do. Take it or leave it. Like it, don't like it. It's really, you know, something that you have to decide. I'm just giving you information and tools and resources that you can make up your own damn mind. Main building, Girard College, Philadelphia. Look at the landscaping on that. Wow. That wrought iron work. Dude's weird way he's standing. That's funny. These flower beds can be a trip. These symbols here, it's really weird how they did. Obviously different for some reason. I wonder why. I think I've got several pictures of this building. Look at this door. I mean, that's a 25-foot door. and they've got the smaller door there. But I bet you a nickel this whole thing opens up as a door. Tourist fields. Do. That damn near castle back there. And I encourage you all to find, something that you can do to help others. Share, in your own special way, because everybody's got a little something special to them. Okay, haha has more than others. We all know this, the great haha, but find a way to that portholes here that are half open. So those are wind catchers. Find a way to share, your knowledge with other people, even if it's in a little way. I mean, you don't have to create a YouTube channel, although that's great, or a Rumble channel, or a BitChute channel, or a TikTok channel, or a whatever. If you want to do that, do that. I mean, that's great. I mean, I didn't do this because this is what I want. I didn't set out to do this, y'all. This wasn't my goal. I did it, and I did some things, and then Michelle Gibson, shout out Michelle Gibson. She encouraged me to do more. She thought that I had something that I could share. I didn't really know at the time what she saw, but she saw something. And I appreciate that she did that, because I mean, I wasn't looking to do that. I was just wanting to know. I was getting into Mudflood, and I was just wanting to know if other people were seeing what I was seeing. Look at this. That door even gets smaller, because remember, it was open up here. That's crazy. So that sucker probably opens. It could open 1, 2, 3, 4 times maybe. And there's that symbol again that looks kind of like reminiscent of a star fort. See that with the corners? Just a thought, something to munch on. Look at that detail. I mean, Mr. Contractor, can I get a quote on just building something like this today? Seriously. Diamond symbology. Huh. This is the same building too. I saw I had a bunch of pictures. I figured we'd just look at this whole thing just to get it out. Da, da. God, I enjoy blocking people. It really, it's nice to get new subs to build the channel, but being able to get rid of, separate the wheat from the chaff, that really gets my rocks off. I really enjoy that. I really fucking enjoy that. Memorial Hall, Fairmont Park, Philadelphia. Diamond symbology. Check out the stars. At their fencing and finial. Pegasus arches. I got Fred back here. Still haven't seen a donkey. I'm hopeful we'll see a donkey today. I really am. I'm feeling 98% that we'll see a donkey today. There's Fred again, not a donkey. Got Ivy all over there. Got little misses over here. That's weird. What is? Oh, it's ivy. That's okay. That's weird looking. Had my eyes twisted. Look at that doorway. Gosh, look at that, man. Haha, is that a green man? I can't get you in any closer. It's not a very good picture of that, but there's three of them right there. It looks green manish to me. I don't know. Haha's the resident green man. He'll if he gives it the green man, okay, then it's green man. Diamond symbology. Do 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 do. Look at the size between those two right there. I mean, yeah, you could say that's a kid. Yeah, I could go with that. But then also, it kind of looks weird. I don't know. Maybe it's nothing. Oh, that one looks even weirder. That looks like a man, and that looks like a giant woman with boobas hanging out. But I don't know. Whatever. Got her magic ball there. Look at that detail up there. Haha's you're more like the Hulk. Well, is it a green man haha, or is it not a green man haha? We got to consult the great haha. That's me rubbing haha's head, trying to get him to cough it up. He can't really see it. It's not really a good. Y'all can't really. Yeah, I don't think y'all can see that. It's just not. It's not coming through. I don't think that one's hard to see. Memorial Hall. This is the same building from a different angle. Look at the ivy going up there. Look at the wrought iron work. Jeez, that's impressive as hell. Fleur de lis representing the flat Earth. And you got a flat Earth asterisk right here. There's your horizontal, vertical, and your X. If you can see that, that is a flat Earth asterisk. I can spot them a mile away now. You wait till you start seeing them in your sleep. Yeah, then you'll know you're there. Yeah. No, really, you'll see them. Don't just look for them in old world. They're still using that symbol today, y'all. Look in the backgrounds of like your TV shows and in the clothing of it. Like you'll see it on they'll show it on like women's purses or in the background. On a in the back. Like a lot of times you'll see it on like in courtrooms or like just look in the backgrounds. A lot of times that's where you'll see it. But they still use that symbol today. It's very, very there. It's so in your face. Once you really open your eyes and look around and take that's weird looking. It looks like a face, but it's not. That's wild looking. You got the eyes and the lips here and that's wild looking. That's wild looking. Damn. I think that looks like a giant with a guy. I don't know. It's weird looking. Blue balls hanging out. Laurel leaf of control. My. Haha's not going to tell me if it's a green man. Oh well. Stingy bastard. Ha! What do you think of that? Ha ha ha! What do you think? Huh? What you got, haha? What you got, haha? They're great, haha. Whoa! It reminds me of like on Finding Nemo. The guy's like, whoa, ha ha ha. that carrot. Do you remember? I don't know if you remember the tiki guy. Whoa, ha ha. That Ezra Light there. Good gracious. All right, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Well, I don't know. Okay, Mulberry Street, New York, New York. So these are those people I was talking about. They're just coming in, and they're just trying to make their mark in the United States. They don't got shit. They came from, Italy and Ireland and all these countries that from Europe and they come over here looking for this mythical American dream that they've been sold, which isn't real, but they sold it to us just like they did diamonds. And we just go around and they get here and they just try to do their best to make a buck, and try to find work and try to get an apartment and try to build from that. And then they start doing pretty good. And then next thing you know, the economy collapses in the 30s and, everybody loses everything because they've been sold another lie, which is put all your money in stocks and you can make $1 billion and blah, 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 blah. It's all bullshit. And there's Fred. Yep. Fred's always there. And, I mean, do you really think do these people look like they're building buildings? I mean, seriously, it's all built out. It's all here. These people didn't build shit. These people were just sitting around trying to find a way to make $1 any way they can. They're not building nothing. I'm sorry, they're not. It's a myth. It's a myth. And people believe it. I believed it. Why wouldn't I? That's the story we're told. That's the history we were given. There's a Mudflood drop-in right there in case you need one of those. There you go. There's your building, haha. I think haha's going in here and marking these slides. That ain't the first time. Multiple building, municipal building in Scranton, PA. Got some pretty wrought iron work here. Beagle's mobile. Shake it off, son. Look at that little fella. You got Mudflood windows back down here. I mean, why would you put windows at ground level so all the water and the snow can go in, or the crooks could just walk up and kick your window out and get inside your building? 1888. Arch windows. Tourist fields. Some more wrought iron work. Cymatic window. Interesting shape too. No, it's not time yet. It's a wind catcher. It's just weird. It's got these little slits here for the wind. And see how this etheric fencing has this higher piece than the other? That's what I was talking about. I'm wondering if it's got something to do with technology. Ether finial with the fleur-de-lis. Vesica Pisces. There's Ghost Fred. There's all the clone of Freds down there. I don't know. Maybe one of them was a donkey. You see, anybody see a donkey? That might be a donkey back there, maybe. That's a donkey. It's definitely a donkey. No doubt. Hands down. And see, look at this. This is the kind of horse shit they do right here. This is Mudflood cover-up. Why? Why would you build these windows like this? It doesn't make sense. What had happened was you had the Mudflood. However that happened, okay? I've given 2 theories now on Mudflood, okay? I've got 2 theories and both of them are plausible. I got my exoteric version, my esoteric version. Now, either way, got Mudflood, okay? And they come in here, they find this building that's covered in mud, okay? And then they dig this wall out, cut this road down here because they need a road. They dig it down, and they worked it out somewhere between this building and this building what they needed to do, and then they built this wall down here to retain this up here because they don't want you to see down in through here. This is new. We built this. We built this wall. That's my opinion. Opinions are like tailholes. This is the Music Hall Smith College in Northampton, Massachusetts. And we've got another muddy lawn here. Well, that's just dirt. Don't you know what dirt is there, Biggs? What are you, a dumbass? I love how these Einstein motherfuckers come up on me like they know something. They don't know shit. Motherfucker, you want 18 years of fucking intelligence up your ass? You have no idea. I could get let me get out my bag of tricks on you. I don't want to have to do that because I hurt people's feelings when I go in on, and I haven't gone in on anybody in a long time because I learned how bad I can like really destroy people like with their like just completely take their mind and take it apart. But it's not right to do that because these people they're unconscious. They don't understand. They know not what they do. Look at that wrought iron work. Florida Lee. Just beautiful wrought iron. Right. That's just beautiful. Just that. This is not a simple fence. It looks like simple, but you try to go make that back in, 1890. See how that goes out for you. See how you do. See how long that takes you to make. You think that's easy? Really? And it's not the one fence. There's like thousands of these fucking things. This is an easy one. This is an easy one. What about all the rest of them? I mean, where are all the ironsmiths? Where are all the blacksmith shops that did this? Where are they at? We don't have any. They're where are they at? We should have historic blacksmith shops all around the world. There is where they made these wrought irons. Like, where are they? We don't have them. Look at all the ivy. Stoneball finial. We don't know when these buildings were made. We don't have a clue. We did not build them. What our history is not true. It's just not fact. I really don't believe so. And I went to school. I was indoctrinated just like all the rest of you. And I ate it up just because that's what they spoon fed it to me, and I ate it up. Well, that's what you got to do to get through classes. You got clocks are expensive. You got the 4-1s for you Mandela affected. At their finials. Got the Moorish kind of color scheme here with the red and the two-tone red to it's probably gray, like, or even it's probably cream. That's probably a cream color, like a sandstone, 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 right? Yeah, they can't. Well, yeah, they can lie to you about math. When's the last time you used algebra? Haha. Oh, you're gonna need that. You gotta have algebra. You'll have to have that for life. That's life. That's life stuff right there. You gotta have algebra. Gotta have algebra. Oh yes. Well, I'm not a rocket scientist, which is bullshit, anyways. So yeah, I don't need algebra. I'm not doing algebraic equations for a living. I don't need algebra. I don't need the algebra to figure out how much to pay this guy for that job. Like, you know what I mean? I know. I don't need algebra for that. Just saying. Trigonometry. Jeez. Come on. I hate math. Math is just math is just a horrible subject to me. I just hate it. It just sucks. I love history. Wasn't big on science. I loved English and literature and but math was just science, like every now and then would pique my interest. Mudflood Winters. Math, I always hated math. It just that was my worst. It's like a peanut show. Like I'd be in math class and all I would hear is wah 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 wah. That's all I would hear. It was just like I don't care. You're not interesting. You're boring the shit out of me, and all you're talking about is 2 + 2 + 5 square root of 6 by 6. I don't fucking care. I don't give a damn. I hated it. It's. You want to count money? I'm your man. I will count the shit out of that money. But I don't want to do equations. I don't want to do, I don't want any of that. I don't need that. It's just not something I hate it. It's terrible stuff. Freds. I mean, we need math in the world. Of course we need math, but we don't need math like they teach us in school. There's so many other subjects we need to learn in school. Like, why don't they just give you a basic math class, like a math class of like how to do your fucking taxes or how to balance a checkbook or I don't know, how to pay your bills, how to write a check, how to like basic math. Like that's what you need. You need basic math, like stuff that real world shit. How to use the stock market, how to make money in the stock market, how to, computer skills, that stuff that's, I mean, let's talk, I taught myself HTML code for fun. Okay. I did. Yeah. One day I was freaking bored. I'm like, what do I want to do today? I want to learn how to do a web page. How do you do that? So I looked up online, how do you create a web page? HTML. The hell's HTML? So I'm like, this is a while back, y'all. I'm going way back, telling my age here. But I decided I'd learn HTML, so I went and got books on HTML, and I read up, learned how to HTML, and made some websites. Why did I do that? Because I wanted to. I just wanted to. I wanted to learn how to do something I didn't know how to do that I found was interesting. I learned to code. I taught myself to code. But that's not math. It's code. It's a whole different thing. I can do that. That doesn't bother me. X plus Y plus Z equals Z, X over 53. Who gives a shit? I don't care about that. Who got me talking about math? You're fired, whoever you are. Where you? Ha ha. I'm blaming on ha ha. I just want to blame it on ha ha so bad. Ha ha. I'm gunning for you. Oh, screw ha ha. He's fun. Got Arch Winters. It's getting late, y'all. Been a long day. Got Fred down here. I'm just sure we're gonna find a donkey. I really feel it. I'm thinking that's a donkey right there. What do y'all think? Oh, I think that's a donkey. I don't know. I know there's somebody out there going, why does it keep going on about the damn donkey? You'll figure it out. I can't give away all my secrets. Inside joke, y'all. You get it or you don't. If you don't, figure it out. You'll figure it out. It'll hit you. Let's just put it this way. Fred's been around a long time. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these guys. Come on. Does that look safe at all? These guys, does that look? That is so sketch. Ladder link for Douglas. There you go, Douglas. Oh, a little Flatiron building. It's weird how that's not square, like, or straight. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. It doesn't look straight. Looks like it's got a curve to it. That's really weird. It's weird looking right there. You got steps going up into those arches right there. That's strange. All right. We got Parliament Buildings, Toronto. Look at this big old mast. Of course, we got a cross at the top. Got to add the mythology to it. Big old cannons. I don't know what the cannons are for. I don't think they're pew pews. Etheric light, big old arches. One's bigger than the other two, which is interesting. See that on the churches a lot. There's a purpose for that. Mudflood windows across the bottom there. Some sort of monument here. Maybe they took an obelisk down, possibly. Don't know. That statue doesn't look like it's the same. Looks like there was. I'd be willing to bet there was an obelisk on that. They did a lot of that where they took the monuments, the obelisks down. And the obelisks were part of the free energy system. They were like big ass antennas. I think they were like the big antennas for like a city. Like they were like let's juice up the whole city, bringing into that big antenna. About time you showed up, Morgan. Morgan's been hitting that pie. He's been sitting back. Yeah, I bet Big's on right about now. And he comes in about 2-3 hours late. Oh, yeah, there he is. There's old Biggs. Portholes. That's beautiful architecture. More portholes for the wind catcher. Cymatic pattern. Tartarian lions. At their finials. Look at the pieces coming down right there. Like a kind of like a squid looking thing. That's wild looking. That's cool. Sunburst. Some Mudflood winners there. We got Patterson, New Jersey from Reservoir Park. And we got a little doggy up here. Two little fellas just hanging out. Boy, I bet they remember that. That day they climbed up to the top of the hill. I have memory. Now, the reason I'm saying that, I know that sounds kind of dumb, but I have memories as a child of this age climbing up mountains like that because we lived in the mountains at one point in my life when I was young, and I have memories of doing stuff like this. So that's a very real memory. That right there, you for some reason that ingrains in your mind as a good memory. At least it was for me. They probably fell off and broke their neck or something. I don't know, whatever. And we got chimneys, probably for steam plants. Got some piping stuff here. That's a nice little area. That's pretty cool. the way it's laid out. It's like a little bridge here and a little park kind of thing. It's kind of neat. A bridge. It's like a big gas tank back here or something. Reminds me of the molasses flood in Boston. If you want an interesting rabbit hole, that's a fun rabbit hole to go down. I think it's called the Great Boston or Great Molasses Flood or something like that. It was basically the basic gist of it, they had a big molasses plant and they had a great big container, like kind of like we store oil and gas in today, and it ruptured and it came out and it flooded a neighborhood, and like it really damaged the place. We got Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts, Pennsylvania, PA. This is one of the classic buildings. Got a Mudflood window. Mudflood window there. Got ghost people, etheric lights, tourist fields. Founded 1805. Huh. Is that right? Is that, I can't read it really very good. Is that right? Okay, is it somebody that ain't doing nothing and wants to do something real quick? Go look up this building, the Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts, Pennsylvania, built date or founded date. I just want to know if it was founded in 1805. I'd like to know if that was built in 1805. That's just mind-boggling if it is. I can't be right. I'm missing something there. That could be right. I don't know. What the hell could we be doing in 1805? At a meeting of the minds with Boss Man right here. Mudflood windows all across the bottom there. Brick tin arches. It's interesting. Yeah, this building's like massively serious. It's like a classic old world building. Like this is like creme de la crop here. You know, this is good stuff. Diamond. All right, somebody go look it up. I know y'all got computers. Diamond symbology. This flagpole was added or something. They look how they've got it strapped to another pole. It's just that. Does that even look right on that building? Like, why would you do this beautiful a building and cut the head off your statue and go through all that and make these cymatic patterns and all this stuff and then do this to your flagpole? That's how you're going to do your flagpole? Really? Come on. And then this is really weird here. I've always thought these two pieces on the side right here and right here are very strange. Just that, I mean, they say it's art, but I don't know that. No, I don't know about that. It to me almost looks like there was something there and they removed it, and what's left is the marks from the removal or something. It's just I don't know. That dog don't hunt. But it's saying since 1805. Wait a minute now. Are you telling me that they built this building in 1805? Or, I mean, 1805. 1805. What the fuck was going on in 1805, y'all? Seriously. That just don't even make sense. I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. Tartarian lions. I wonder when the building beside it was built. I think I've got another image. Yeah. And this one's been vanilla skied. You can see clearly you can see the building over here, and then they've scraped it off. This is a legit vanilla sky, 100%. You can see where they've scraped off the negative. So they didn't do a real good job right there. Obviously, they didn't do a good job right there. Got kind of jaggy right here. Got jiggy with it. They didn't do a too good a job right there. And that was, they're just not. See, they didn't, a lot of times they didn't really try too hard. And right here, they cut into the building. They messed up when they cut it. This is a legit vanilla sky. 100% legit. You see those cables going up there and they just disappear. And you see that antenna, how it goes up. We just saw the antenna. We know it goes above the building. Where'd it go? It got vanilla sky. Yep. 100% vanilla sky. This is what when we refer to vanilla sky, this is what we're talking about. When people say that vanilla sky is a chemical process that's done in a lab with chemicals, they're retarded, they're dumbasses, and they don't even know what we're talking about, much less should be saying we don't know what we're talking about. Just saying. Putting it out there. Mudflood windows. Got a coal hole cover right there. Kind of hard to see, but it's there. Got Balsam Man right here. Third photographic salon now open. Little etheric light converted into gas, it looks like. They did a lot of that. Academy of Fine Arts open daily. Got V's for the U's right there. I think that's old world. When you see that, I think that is an old world thing. It's just my opinion. Diamond symbology. Honestly, I don't think these are original. These right here. These look narrative. They don't look legit to me. Here's that weird. That just don't look right. I don't know. That sign doesn't look right. The way they've chiseled that out of the rock, that doesn't look right to me. And look at this right here. That whole thing, that whole wording right there is very sus to me. It doesn't look right. I think we added that. I don't think that's original. I just don't. It's my opinion. You can have your opinion. If you have a different opinion, that's okay. Just go make a video and talk about it somewhere else. That's my opinion. I don't care. You can voice your opinion. That's fine, but I don't really care. I'm just giving you mine. I'm interested in why is this lady got a head? No head. I mean, where's the head? Why did they take her head off? Why? What are they hiding? I mean, what's the point? I don't think these are. I just don't think these are right. They don't look right to me. They look narrative to me. Could be wrong. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Got University of Pennsylvania. Got a cobblestone brick road that is, well, unfortunately, sorry, meltologist, not melted. Got a cymatic up here. Little wind catcher action. Wind catchers all across the top here. Oh, that's a chimney. No, we used it as a chimney. They used it as a wind catcher. What do you mean, wind catcher? Look it up. Just fucking do some research, would you? Notice how I'm circumventing the stupid? I don't know. You hear the same dumbass, like, it's just like nails on a chalkboard. It's like, I got it. Okay, I get it. You're dumb. Go away. I just don't have it. I'll tell you what, if I'm talking to somebody, okay, and this just, and I know you know what I'm talking about. If you're talking to somebody and you realize they're an idiot and you just go silent, you just know the conversation's over and they think they've won. No, you realize at some point, you realize that there's no reason to cast the pearls before swine, and that there's no reason 1873, I don't know, 18 something 3, hard to tell that one. Hall of the Medical Department. At some point, you realize that the conversation is going to go no further because they're still unconscious. They don't have their consciousness. They're not awake. When a person is not awake, they can only go so far, but that is their peak. And they really think that and you know what I'm talking about because you've been there. If you're awake, you know, you looking back, you remember what it's like to be, asleep. And you know that you were asleep. You know that back then, before you awakened, that you were not, awake. You know that you didn't know what the hell you were talking about. You knew that, like, you didn't see the matrix. You didn't see through the veil. You knew that back then. And now you know more. And we'll see you next week. Love, Biggs.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
It's a mystery. It's a mystery wrapped in a riddle inside an enigma. Don't you get it?
Say woof again! Say woof again!
I've got one that can see.
Welcome to the underground.
This is my kung fu, and it is strong.
See you later.